Hello? Can you now hear me? Hopefully. Oh, I got the right things turned on. Hello? Hello! Someone's saying hello, so I'm hoping you can hear me. Oh my gosh, I have absolutely no idea what happened when I tried to click go live on my scheduled event in Streamlabs. Streamlabs kind of crashed and then made a new event from my last live stream where I reorganized my manga, which was so strange, and it completely reset all of my scenes and stuff, and I was like, what is happening here? I was panicking because everything breaks when I touch it. How is everyone? How is everyone's weekend being? Wait, it's Friday. How's everyone's Friday being? Anyone having some fun bank holiday weekend time so far? I gardened this morning and I'm so dead because it wasn't even light gardening. We shifted a whole bunch of stone around, heavy stone, basically we used to, for some reason, have a staircase in the cellar that went to literally nowhere. It was just a set of stairs that went up, but it was old Victorian thick stone that weighs a few ton each. It's very heavy. Thankfully I didn't have to be the one to get it out of the cellar, but trying to lay it out to make a form of a patio. Some professional can come along at some point and lay it properly, but at least I should be able to sit on it tomorrow if the weather is nice. Though I do need to try and find an umbrella or a parasol, otherwise I'll just burn to a crisp. Yeah, you can hear me. Is that harp in the background? It is. Oh dear. It's very out of tune. It's a half-height harp, and I got it for my 16th birthday. We're not going to manga organize anymore. I'm just going to play the harp for you. I hope that's okay. I took it to uni with me because it's remarkably easy to move around, and I had a nice case with a handle on it. No one told me until we all moved out that everyone could hear it when I played it because the walls weren't very thick, but no one seemed to mind because they said it was quite soothing. I suppose it's nice, I think. Ooh. Oh yeah, where are you all? Where are you all? I am in the UK, and it is 8:15. BST. You help your grandma with her car? Aw, that's nice. Cleaning's good. Cleaning's good. I did a whole chunk of cleaning last week in preparation for His Royal Highness DB of Otaku. So I feel like I can be let off cleaning this week. Kate Toon's gardening, didn't you say a curse with plants? I am, but that's fine because I needed to clear plants out of the... I was moving stone. I wasn't moving stone and cutting the grass. I can do that. But in terms of anything more than that, everything just dies. I got so many cuts on my fingers from just... I don't even know what I grabbed. I grabbed something and it cut me in the garden, which doesn't sound good. Down for a harp stream? You have way higher estimations of my abilities than I'm actually capable of. But it's really easy to play because I'll be honest, don't get mad at me. I'm not good at music theory and all that. I literally just bought this and started plucking it, but it is kind of like a piano on its side. It's got a C to C, and then you C to C, and then you flick this up to make it a sharp, string. Oh my god. You flip this up to make the string a sharp, and that's how you play it. And I played the piano for quite a few years. Again, not very well. So I at least can, like, C, D, E, and then just, instead of playing it this way, play it this way. Or this way, I suppose. More than this way. I basically just learned the piano so I could play video game songs or, like, TV and film songs. Again, not very well. Lord of the Rings is a good one to play because it's just like C, D, E, do, 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 do. And it's like, Lord of the Rings. Ooh. Does it put the cats to sleep? Anything puts the cats to sleep. The cats, like, sleep through anything. I don't know if, like, have I got shit cats or good cats? I don't know what you'd call that, but, like, I could be hoovering and they'll sleep through that. The only thing they don't sleep through is we've got a food dispenser that automatically drops food every few hours or so. If that goes off, they will sprint from, like, all corners of the house for that. Even if they're, like, sat cuddling me, it goes off, just kick me in the face, punch me in the face because I'm in the way for their food. It's not even like there isn't already food in their dish. There's already food there. It's because it's just dry food. And they just, like, I don't understand. What's wrong with my cats? Maybe they'll come and say hello at some point. I don't know where they've gone. Maybe they've gone to sit with Ben. Maybe he's their favourite today. Where? John Williams would be proud. Do you really mean that? Oh, I hope you mean that. Oh, I hope so. Right. So yeah, plans for this live stream. So I have some parcels to unbox. Mostly, I think it's mostly Books Please, and a couple of Forbidden Planet pre-orders. And then I need to update my spreadsheet because none of this will be in it. Also, if any of you are unaware, I visited every single traveling man in one single day last weekend, and none of that manga is in my spreadsheet yet. So I'm going to put all of that in and we're going to go through it together. It'll be so much fun. I'm going to talk formulas. I'm going to talk about, like, styling and stuff, and it's going to be so much fun and you're going to really enjoy it, I hope. Oh. No, I hope you do. What else I've got? I've got, like, some light novels. I've got some other stuff that I've ordered that hasn't arrived, but I still need to put that in my spreadsheet. And then, yeah, if anyone has, like, manga spreadsheet questions, I just want to talk about spreadsheets with me. Oh, because I do love my spreadsheets. Yes. What else have we got? I think that's it. I think that's all I've got. I've got a lot from last weekend. Anyone want to have any guesses at how many manga volumes I purchased in my Travelling Man one day extravaganza? It was a bit. Also, there's a mild chance that as we were passing, we ran into some forbidden planets. Maybe? I mean, we're walking right past them. It kind of felt rude not to, especially since DB Otaku had not been to the Manchester or Leeds one before. I'm like, passing by. Because the one in Manchester is, like, right next to the Travelling Man, and the one in Leeds was right next to where we parked the car. So we were literally, like, passing by. So we stopped in. We stopped in briefly. So yeah, we actually managed to, we did all 4 Travelling Mans in one day, but we also did 3 Forbidden Planets. Though the one in Newcastle isn't an international, but still, we did 7 manga stores in one day. And considering we, like, opening hours are like 10 while 6, that's like a store an hour. Including travelling. I'll be honest, I don't think I actually went as crazy as I thought I would. Mostly because I got really scared at the beginning. Especially in Manchester, and I'm like, this is only stop number 1, and I know we're going to try and hit 6 more stores. If I go in and buy, like, 15 volumes, I can't do that in all 7 stores total. That would be... over 100 volumes. Man, you really think I bought over 100 volumes? I was on the train for most of it. Oh dear. Holding off updating your spreadsheets, you could do it now. Oh yes, we can spreadsheet together. Oh my gosh, I'm enjoying that thought. Yes, yes, yes. How long is my spreadsheet? Define long. I mean, we'll go through it. One of the main reasons I wanted to do this is I did do a spreadsheet video last year. It was actually around January. Was it last year or the year before? I don't remember. It was over a year ago, and I've changed things since then, and I kind of want to walk through, and sometimes I just get really into it, so there is a good chance I'm going to start talking about my spreadsheet, turn to the other screen, and then just completely forget you're here and just chat for like an hour about my spreadsheet and formulas. I had to really cut down the video I did for my spreadsheet, but I also did it like all in mostly one take, and I didn't have to do any do-overs apart from one bit where my mic stopped recording and I hadn't realised, or my camera had stopped recording and I hadn't realised, one or the other. But I just it was like a clean sweep. I could probably just posted the whole thing as is and it had been fine without any cuts or anything. Why did DV look so grumpy? Because he had to travel with me and I was too peppy. Well, no, he very wisely had a suitcase with wheels, but he said that he didn't like the sound that the wheels of a suitcase made, so he wouldn't wheel it. He carried it everywhere, and he also had his big bag of manga that he'd bought, so he had that on one arm, and he had his suitcase in his other, and we were like properly running around a bit. There was no point where we had to like sprint, because we're like, oh shit, will we not make it? But like, there was some serious movement going, and I was like, why? Just put the damn thing down. Oh my god. Now, I think he did actually enjoy it, and like, I didn't actually make him sleep outside, though it was discussed, depending on his behaviour. Traveling Man of Forbidden Planet's being close is dangerous. It is. And it's quite common. Like, I can think of like 4 different places where they're super duper close. You might as well just walk into both. Why not? I just try and do the traveling first so I can buy the all the vids that I can from them. But it's dangerous. Always wanted to make a Manga Spreadsheet but didn't know where to start. I think a lot of people are like that, to be fair, and I think looking at mine, you're gonna look at it and be like, oh my god, that's so much. But I started making this spreadsheet when did I make it? 6-7 years ago, and to begin with it was literally just the name and what volumes I had. That was it, and it's just evolved over time. Like, I didn't even add my summary page until last year sometime. I didn't add the volumes tab. I'll get more into it, but like, I think it just figure out like, what information do you want out of your manga. That's like where I started with. What did I want to know? And primarily my spreadsheet is to stop me buying duplicates. Is like this is the goal of the spreadsheet. Buy no duplicates. And for the most part it has worked. The only times it's not worked is when I've not looked at it, because often, I don't know what it is, they always put manga shopping places in the basement and you just can't get a good signal. And which means if I don't remember to open my spreadsheet before I go down, I either have to go back out of the store, load it up, and then go back in, or just wing it. And then once the times I've winged it, I've bought a duplicate. I still think I can count how many duplicates I've bought on one hand, maybe. Or sometimes, like, duplicates happen because I bought second hand and sometimes they've labelled the volume wrong, or I accidentally somehow put 2 in my cart and not noticed. So I've got 2 extra volumes of Claymore, like volume 4 or something, upstairs because I somehow accidentally bought 3. They were like £2 each, so I'm not too fussed, and like, it's just almost not worth it to try and return them. Also, it was my mistake, it wasn't their mistake. Are you one of those trolleys that teachers use? I kept calling them a granny shopping trolley, but absolutely 100% I've said if I ever do this again, I'm bringing something on wheels. I don't know what, but something on wheels will be coming with me. Though I do feel like, is it really bad to go shopping with a bag on wheels? Though when I go to London, I specifically take my big suitcase, even for a weekend trip, just to put the manga in it. But mostly, I mean, London's got a nice juicy sale section in that Forbidden Planet, so that's my excuse. And I'm sticking with it. None of you can tell me otherwise. Ha ha ha. But there was one time that we didn't take the big suitcase, we took the smaller suitcase, and we had to buy a duffel bag to put the rest of it in. Yeah. There was one time, the first time we went to London since over lockdown, we filled the suitcase and a duffel bag because we did like that extravaganza. We did like Forbidden Planet, we did foils, we did Japan Craft, we did Waterstones, we did Mega City Comics. There might have been another one. And we went back to Forbidden Planet like 3 times as well. And they changed they added more stuff to the sale section every time I went. So, yeah. I am a terrible, terrible person when it comes to manga. How old were you when you started collecting manga? 14. 14? It was 2010. Yeah, I think I was 14. And it was given to me. I was given some volumes by someone that used to work with my parents. So every now and again, my dad likes to just send her pictures of my manga room and be like, this is all your fault. And she's like, ha 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 ha, yes it is. I use the app Libib to track my manga. I started to try and use it because I liked the look of having it all in an app, and also the manga in my household is like, there's a lot of books in my house. There is a room in my house that we call the library, and it is not this room. And there are books. I think it's easier to tell you which rooms don't have books in it, like the toilet. And I wanted to be able to track the entire household books in one place. So I did start to use Libib. Is it Libib? But I just couldn't bring myself to scan all of my manga. It took me like 3 days, and I got to see. And I kind of gave up a little bit. And then I've bought a whole bunch more, and I don't remember which stuff I'll have scanned. If I'd like scan new stuff coming in, maybe if I've managed to get on top of it. But like, I wanted to be able to keep track of like cookbooks and all the tech books we've got and all the other general books, because sometimes like my mum buys duplicates, sometimes, or my dad buys duplicates, and I wanted it all in one place that like we could all share. But also, I don't think you can share Libib. It was like, how do you share this with your friend or your family? And it's like, export it, send it to your friend, and they can import it. And it's like, what? That is so not what I want. How dare you? I want something that syncs. So I kind of abandoned that. But if you've got not a collection like mine, I think that's a much better idea. But also, I already had my spreadsheet, and I love my spreadsheet so much. You're going to see how much I love it, because I'm going to keep stroking the screen, and I'm going to talk at speed like this, and you'll never understand what I'm saying. And you'll have to watch it back in like half speed. Can't get signal for the spreadsheet in the manga basement. Yeah, why do they keep putting manga in the basement? Is that where it does genuinely feel like that's where they think we belong. We are basement dwellers. Underground. I mean, at least no sunlight damaging, no yellowing pages, am I right? Just moisture. Will this be available to watch after the live? I always leave my lives up. I haven't had to take one down. The only situation where I'll take one down is if, like, I don't know, I say something I shouldn't and I need to edit it out. But I never intend to take my lives down on purpose. Or I hope not to. My hope is that they don't need to come down, basically, yes. You should be fine. Hopefully. As long as I don't say anything weird. I hope. How has Japan Craft never been? Fine. I'm not sure, like, in terms of, like, all the other manga places that I went to, it was probably one of the ones that was a little further out, because a lot of the other places that I tend to go in London are more, like, around like Shaftesbury Avenue and Piccadilly and like Regent Street and places like that, which is where like all the other stores are, like Foyles and Forbidden Planet, whereas going up to Camden Town was a bit out of the way. I'd also never been to Camden Town, considering how many dozens and dozens of times I've been to London. It felt a bit crazy. I quite liked it, except I didn't like that a lot of the books didn't have prices on. And I knew because I was filming that it almost didn't matter. I was going to buy one or two, but I didn't like that I kind of had to just hope that they didn't charge me a crazy amount. Though if they did, I'd have probably gone, nope. I think I bought like a volume of Arjun, and that was $11.99, and a volume of Our Last Crusade something, and that was $10.99. But I didn't like, they didn't have prices on. They also plastic, like, they put every volume in a comic bag, which feels crazy to me. But maybe that's just me. It's also quite narrow, kept bumping into people. I was like constantly going forwards and backwards while trying to film the shelves. And then Camden Market got really, really busy. We tried to get some food. It was so busy. It started raining and I was very grumpy, very, very grumpy. So we went to Mega City Comics, then bailed. We didn't actually manage to eat. We couldn't get to any of the food places. I was so unhappy. If I went again, it'd have to be a weekday. I wouldn't go on a weekend at all. I don't like crowds. I purposefully try to avoid manga shopping on weekends unless I get there for opening, because I don't like crowds. I'll take days off to film my shopping videos if I can. Though sometimes going to opening on a Saturday is quieter than lunchtime afternoon on a Tuesday, and I don't quite understand why. But also it makes me look super eager to be sat waiting for them to open the doors. Tiffany, hello Tiffany. Tiffany, I had a nap just before this video, and I found one more heated eye mask in my stash of stuff you've given me. So I had a most wonderful nap with that, smelling of lavender. Maybe too good of a nap. I drooled quite a lot. Rainbow suits you? Thank you. I like bright colours. Right. Let's open some parcels. So there are 5. And I said earlier, mostly Books Please and Forbidden Planet, I think. Ugh. And then I've got all the stuff from the Travelling Man trip, which is all over there. I've just realised I might ask a kind Ben to come and help me stack it up on this desk. I need a second camera. I should have got my scissors, maybe. Oh my gosh. At least I have the hope that if my postman ever decides to leave my parcels on my doorstep, like they have done once or twice, they won't get wet. Oh, it's not even sealed. It's not even sealed. Someone with some lackluster hacking. Oh no, it's stuck to me. Oh dear. It is Forbidden Planet. I have no idea what's in this. This one's plastic wrapped. I'm just going to quickly make sure it's okay to lift up. Oh, it is, but it is a plastic wrap series. Parallel Paradise 13. You were talking about this earlier, Ben. You were saying how this is like one of the only smuts you're reading at the moment. I've got a new one. I can't believe how quickly these are. My hair's stuck to it. Oh. I can't believe how quickly these are releasing. I also can't believe this series is like in the late teens. It's not that good. How is it on like 18 volumes? Oh, I sure love it when my women look like they're like sweaty. Ew. What's the next? Ooh! Call the Name of the Night, Volume 1. This is a new Yum Press. Like, I've seen them really promoting this one. Stop sticking to me! Ooh. And it's matte. Ooh. That's so pretty. That's such a pretty cover. I like matte titles because they don't reflect on the light as much. Ooh. Having a little snooze. Ooh. That is exciting. I think, is it volume 2 out, or am I thinking of something else? What else is in here? Ooh, Una and the Haunted Hot Springs 23. I think there's only one more volume, and then the series is complete. I think there's 24 volumes, and then it's done. I'm still very far behind. Earlier volumes are much harder to find at the moment. I think I'm missing like 6, 7, 8, maybe? I'm missing a bunch of earlier ones, but I'm trying to stay up to date, because 7 Seas aren't always the best with reprints, and it's a series I did enjoy, and I've been wanting to read for a really long time, and I was like, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and try and stay up to date with it. Next, this one. I think this might be Books Please. I'm not sure. Ben covered all the addresses for me, and I can't remember which one's which. I think all these ones are Books Please. I hope that's not too loud. If that's too loud, I'm sorry. We have got Dinosaur Sanctuary 2. This was such a cute, lovely series. I absolutely adored it. It's kind of like Jurassic Park, but it doesn't go wrong. At least so far. I mean, maybe it goes wrong later on, but so far, it's all been good. It's so lovely. And it was way cheaper on Books Please than buying it even like part of a 3 for 2 in store. Because I think bigger 7 Seas volumes are like $12 or $13.99 RRP. And I got this for £7 something, which is cheaper than a $11.99 3 for 2. And we do like our deals. I probably wouldn't have grabbed... Actually, I know, I got really annoyed. I did look for this on Books Please, and it wasn't there. And then, like, 3 days later, Liddy Moon posted in the Discord, like, look what I found. Was it Liddy? Or was it you, Kitsune? Someone posted it. I was like, damn it. I looked at it. I looked for this, and it wasn't there. Now it is. Aha! I absolutely love the colour of Volume 1. It's like a good minty green. And then we've got a nice little pink colour. This is very exciting, isn't it? I should do more live unboxings. I had some huge Books Please parcels arrive, but they arrived literally the day after I filmed an unboxing, and I was like, I'm going to be naughty and just let myself open this. And I pulled out like 40 volumes, 30 volumes. I should have saved them for this. That'd been so much fun. Maybe next one. Actually, no. Or the one after. Oh, it's such a weird... That didn't want to break very well. Oh, it's still not broken. Come on. Okay, what have we got? Oh, I think there's 2 volumes in here. Skip Beat 15. I started collecting Skip Beat last month, and I now have about 20-something volumes of it. And if I hadn't decided to stop buying manga for a bit, I'd have probably ordered some more, because I think Lady Moon posted more links in the Discord. Lady Moon started picking up Skip Beat, and then she's like, I'm going to make everyone else pick up Skip Beat. Like, why would you do this to me? I can't believe how many I've got. I mean, spoilers for my March haul, which is some of this stuff up here. But look, that's all Skip Beat. That's 15 volumes of Skip Beat. Do I have a volume 1? Actually, volume 1 might be in one of these. What else is in here? Another Skip Beat. 46. I think 40... It's 40... I think 46 is the latest one in English. Maybe 47. Or is it 48? I think it's on 49 in Japan. Oh my gosh. Can't wait to start reading the Demon Slayer box set this weekend. Nice. It's always nice to get a box set, and then you can just read the whole series in one go if you want. Skip Beat is good. Reprints are out. We were wondering, like, is the reason so much have like started popping up? Is it because of reprints? I didn't actually check in these. This is printed in 2014. Maybe just no one buys from Books Please, and they've just got an accumulated stock. If you're around the UK, you could potentially check Books Please, see if they've got it. The searching for manga on Books Please is like... It's like pulling blood from a stone, I swear. You have to practice your searching skills. You'd love to collect Skip Beat, but the number volume is daunting. That is true. I can understand that. Do you know what I think I realised that, like, Skip Beat, if I was up to date with Skip Beat, it'd be like my 5th or 6th it'd be my 5th or 6th longest series. I have quite a few long series is like my forte. Just don't ask if I've read them or not. My god. This is the joy. Oh, that was so clean. The joy of doing a video and not live. If I screw up that bad, I'll just edit it all out. You won't see how shit I am. We've got another Skip Beat. So, okay, 47 is definitely out then. That is painfully thin. So thin. I found that when I binged all the Prince Freya volumes I had. I read 3 through 8. And especially from, like, the later ones, they're so thin. I was reading them in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and that was dreadfully upsetting. That was so quick. Considering I could buy a... Ooh. Bookmarks! Oh yeah! That's super exciting. I've had so many bookmarks from Books Please. Oh my god! Oh my god! Nisekoi 8! Oh! I wasn't fully convinced they'd send it. Anyone who's, I don't know, watched my channel or my hauls for a long time will know that Nisekoi 8 is a volume that has eluded me for many years. I have been looking for volume 8 for a long time, and I'm constantly checking stores when I go into them. Every store I went into on Saturday didn't have Nisekoi 8. I've just... I can't believe I find, like, Beastars 5, Jujutsu Kaisen 5, Jujutsu Kaisen 7, Nisekoi 8 are the ones that have been eluding me for so long. I can't believe it's real. It is in English, right? That looks like English to me. Oh. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And then when I see people on Twitter, people are like, "Oh no, Nisekoi 8's really easy to find. It's Nisekoi 13." It's like, I don't know. What? No, I can find 13. 13 I've seen in store, but not 8. Never 8. Oh, this was a reprint. 3rd printing. October. Does that focus? Focus. Won't focus, will it? October 2022. For like 2 years I've been looking for this damn volume. I can't think too much of any other specific volume I've been hunting for so long. Do I have One Piece? I do have One Piece. It's over there. One Piece used to be there, but now I've shifted everything along. JoJo's there now. I do have One Piece. It is down there. One Piece is one of the oldest series in my collection. I bought like 40 volumes of it for £2 each. Way back in the day. Same bookmarks they've had for years. I like that they stick to it though, because I mean, Blackwell's have stopped sending bookmarks, and I think they were the best ones. Now they send damn decaf tea. I don't even drink tea. But World of Books have started sending them. I think the World of Books ones are thicker and better than these. Banana fish reprints are getting painfully thin. Yeah, a lot of them are getting painfully thin. Though, to be fair, I think I almost would rather they're thinner, because then I've got more space on my shelves. As long as inside, when I'm reading it, it's still the same content, and the pages don't fall out. The glue's still fine. I'm almost happier with them being a bit thinner, so I can fit more on my shelves. Especially as I'm running out a bit of room. It's volume 8 of New Scott. I know, I can't believe it. When I was like, let's just have a quick Google on books, please, just in case. Yes! I know it arrived. Is New Sky worth it? I have no idea. I've been searching for volumes for so long. I read, I think, the first 3 volumes, and then I couldn't find volume 8, so I stopped reading. You got 1 to 13, £15 last month. That's really good. Well done. Lamau, the Shade to Blackwells. Well, surely it's cheaper for them to send me bookmarks over tea. I don't want tea. I think I saw someone on Instagram had taken a picture, lol Blackwells, why have you sent me tea? And they replied you're welcome. And it's like, what? That doesn't answer the question, but okay. At least it seemed to be purposeful. I just don't understand why. And why decaf? I've never met someone who drinks decaf tea. But yeah, no one in my house drinks tea at all. Regardless. My mother used to drink green tea, and she doesn't anymore. I don't know. I'll do a giveaway, and then I'll send manga and send the tea with it to some poor, unsuspecting person. Here's your free manga and some tea. I don't want the tea. Take the tea. There goes the sponsorship deal. No! To be fair, I don't really order from Blackwells anymore. I'm predominantly Books Please, Travelling Man, and Forbidden Planet Online. It's pretty much where I buy from at the moment. I haven't bought from... I do odd Blackwell's parcels, if they've got stuff on sale, but I've moved all of my pre-orders over to Forbidden Planet. I buy my vids from Travelling Man. And then sometimes I move my pre-orders from Forbidden Planet to Books Please, because it's cheaper than Forbidden Planet still. Yeah. You got so alarmed when they sent the tea? Yeah, why tea? Why? At least it's Yorkshire tea, which means it's good tea. It must be, if it's got Yorkshire on it, it must be good, to be fair. Whole pile of Blackwell's bookmarks in your room. I've got a wad of bookmarks on my shelf, and they're all mixed in. I've got Blackwell's, Books Please, Book Depository, rest in peace. I've got a Sainsbury's one that I think my mother got in a Sainsbury's catalogue or something, and she gave that to me. Red Nose Day. Lots of Books Please. It's predominantly Books Please. I've also got different Blackwell's ones. There's Blackwell's had 2 types of bookmarks, one with plain font and one with a cursive font. I have lots of both. You drink decaf tea? Would you like some? I was going to say, share your address. Lots of people might send you tea. Maybe don't do that. That actually might not be a good idea. They might still send you tea. Maybe. What's your favourite manga in your collection? Komi and One Piece are my favourites. And then Witch's Printing Office. And then it kind of depends... I feel like after those 3, what my favourites are changes depending on, I don't know, the way the wind's blowing that day, I feel. Or what I've mostly just more of what have I read most recently. Because I've got I'd say I've got 20-30 series that I really enjoy, on my favourites. And then depending on which ones I've read most recently are the ones that probably are more towards the top of the pile, more than anything. So, Dr. Stone's one of my favourite, but as soon as I've finished it and probably moved on to other stuff, it's probably going to filter out. But that's not to say it's bad, just I won't be reading it anymore, so it won't be as active in my mind, in my head. Yoda Blackwell's delivery is no tea. Lucky. Unless you wanted the tea. Unless you wanted the tea. I've got one more parcel. I've just completely forgotten about it. It's a bit chunky, this one. Rip Book Depository. I know. It felt so sudden as well. I feel really sorry for all the people, especially internationally, who rely on Book Depository to get books. I mean, I know it's a UK-based company, but I mean, we have other options, but I know in a lot of countries, for them, Book Depository was it. That was their way of getting books and manga, and I feel like the UK people aren't too fussed. I feel it definitely, the prices have been going quite high recently. I personally hadn't bought from them since like 2020 because the prices often were even sometimes above retail, and there wasn't much point in buying from them. But like people in other countries, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter and Instagram saying that they don't have other options to get of the same variety of books and manga that they used to, which is really sad. Really sad. I'm so sorry to all of you. Sad because everyone I've talked to has had a good experience with Books Please, but every order you've done, the manga's come damaged. No, really! I feel like Books Please is one of the best packaged delivery people I've had. I get so many damn layers. I remember one of the very first orders I did from Books Please had 4 layers before I could get to the manga. Ben and I were like playing Pass the Parcel at one point because we were like, is the manga in here? Is there just more packaging? Forbidden Planet's quite good as well. I mean, so this I've got outer envelope and then this. Unless potentially it gets damaged before it even gets wrapped. I should get a second camera and do a top-down like DB Otaku does. Of course, it's more damn skip beat. Lady Moon! What have we got? I think 3 volumes of this is skip beat. And then one of them isn't. I'll pull out the one that isn't, and I'll try not to look. What is it? What is that? Oh! I was like, I can't see what is that? What is that? Trying to look in my camera. Ooh! Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, the comic. I was getting super confused trying to buy this. So I was like, I don't want the light novel, I want the manhwa. Look at that. Full colour. Is that still lined? There we go. There we go. Ooh. Am I just getting chapters? Oh my gosh, how many chapters are there in this? Oh my gosh, that looks quite brutal. I mean, I'd seen so many people talk about the light novels, and the light novels get so much hype. And it's not that I'm not interested in reading the series, I just generally don't really read light novels too much. So when they were like, manhwa, I was like, oh, okay. It was only like £10 or something, wasn't it? Full colour. How many, does 7 Seas do much full colour? Because I was flipping through it and I was like, oh yeah, just like Easy Press, but it's not Easy Press, it's 7 Seas. I'm intrigued that 7 Seas hasn't got like an imprint for this, because 7 Seas is like an imprint for everything and anything under the sun. I'm surprised they've not done a similar thing to Yen Press and spun out their own imprint for manhwa or stuff in colour. I do love having imprints for different things. I love how things get categorized like that. I love that 7 Seas has that, Ghost Ship, Steamship, and then they've got... do they actually use the flowers on the spines for GL and BL, or do they just stamp it on the back of the volume? Oh, it's left to right as well. I struggle so hard to read left to right nowadays. I read the Remarried Empress Volume 2 this morning, and, like, I like sometimes I just struggle, and like halfway through I realize that I've actually read right to left. I'm like, no, don't do that. Ooh, and then we have 3 volumes of Skip Beat, including volume 1. Thank God. What else have I got? Do I have volume 2? I'm not sure. 1, 14, and 17. That's neat. So I think I now have, so there's 3, 6. Yeah, I think that's like 21, 22 volumes of Skip Beat I've got now. Wait, is that Skip Beat? Yeah. I was thinking, what's that big bar at the top? Oh, okay. Oof. You wonder what else would replace Book Depository? I just think Amazon are going to absorb it. Because, I mean, the rumours were Amazon said they were going to cut a whole bunch of jobs in that section, and then they announced the closure of Book Depository. So the assumption is the closure of Book Depository is Amazon closing those jobs, and they'll just absorb the stock, probably. Which is a shame. I didn't realise, I saw someone tweet that Book Depository was one of the few places where you could buy English FAQ prints outside of the US, and I was like, what? So I went on Book Depository and placed an order for a bunch of FAQ. They had a bunch of FAQ for £10 each, which is pretty good. Like, usually even on sale I can get it for like £10.50 or £11, but they had a bunch at like bang on £10. So if you're interested in FAQ, I think I got like four ones, I think, which is neat. I hadn't realised they did a whole bunch of FAQ. FAQ is really hard to find though, because FAQ isn't a publisher, it's an imprint by Dempa. So you need to kind of look for Dempa books, and then FAQ kind of falls out of that. But then some places don't list it the same because it's extreme, explicit, adult, extreme content. I suppose some of it probably is. Adult content. And some sites are a bit different about listing that kind of thing. Any manga that surprised you how good it was from low expectations? A good lot of isekai. I go into a good lot of isekai thinking this is probably going to be pretty shit, but I'm going to love it. And then I go in and go, actually it wasn't shit, that was pretty good. Oh, I read one yesterday, Quality Assurance in Another World. I'd show you the volume, but I've handed it to Ben to read because he must read it. So by night I am manga aficionado Katins, but by day I am a quality assurance engineer. I am a QA engineer, so there being a QA isekai was like, I was so excited. I pre-ordered that volume over a year ago. That's how excited I was. And reading it, it was amazing. It was just like he made like bug reports and talking about how he ran his test cases and how he was like looking for bugs and stuff and filing reports. It was so good. But I feel like I thought it was really good because I was like, haha, I do that. I don't know if I can actually say it was good. I don't know. I loved it though. Not had any damage to slow? Books Please. Yeah, Books Please can be slow. I personally don't care. I can understand some people caring about things arriving quicker. Not me. If I've ordered it and it arrives, I'm fine. I've got enough other manga, I don't mind too much. I might chase down after a few weeks, but oh my god, I've got so many bookmarks. Ben bought a whole bunch of FAQ from Books Please last week, and when they delivered it, they gave him more bookmarks than there were books. Like, why? Why have they given you so many bookmarks? We were wondering if it's like so we could mark all his favourite pages or something. Here we go. 6. I might have didn't check one of. Oh, I can see bookmarks sticking out of this one. I've got 8. How many did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wait, they weren't all Books Please, were they? Yes. No. I said at some point, with the amount of bookmarks I've got, I should make like a skirt or a dress with all my bookmarks. That would be really neat. Might be a bit pointy though. I'd curve all the corners. Is Liddy on commission from Viz? I think she's on commission from Books Please. I think Liddy secretly is Books Please. Just like as a whole. She is the embodiment of Books Please. She just I like will post, I can't find this volume on Books Please, and 30 seconds later she's like, here it is. How did you do that? How? Their search bar is the worst search bar I've ever seen, and the fact that you have to go through Google to try and find volumes is just appalling. It's absolutely appalling. It's censored. Oh, is that the MDZS? Is that censored? What in it needs to be censored? What's in it? What needs to be censored? I don't know anything about it at all. In the slightest. I know it's got a light novel, and people really like the light novel. And that's the limit of what I know about it. Some 7C stuff is full colour. What's full colour? What else is full colour? I'm not saying you're wrong. There's a very good chance that I've just forgotten. What is full colour? What is full colour? Oh no, you've got me thinking. I'm not allowed to do that. At least not on the weekend. Whew. I'm not sure you want to read a manga about your job. Oh, but what if it's an isekai? What if it's an isekai about your job? Would that tempt you? It's so good. It's so good. It's a bigger Kodansha though, so it'll probably be more expensive. I had it on pre-order for so long, I don't think it was too bad. And the Villainess in Not My Game But the Boys Love Me Anyway is one that surprised you. Yeah, I think actually, I think a lot of Villainess. When I went into Villainess, I was like, I have no idea what this is. Especially the very first one I read, which is My Next Life is a Villainess, which I think a lot of people is their first Villainess. And I didn't know what to expect, because I'd predominantly only read, like, battle, action, isekai up to then, and then I read this, and I was like, oh, it's a whole new world. A whole new world. Nope, told not allowed to sing. Whew. No sale so far. I don't know if they do a sale now. It's true. I think someone said in the Discord about, like, insolvency and all that stuff, but I think Amazon might just eat the stock, which is a shame. Sales are always nice. United Publications sell Faku? Ben, look that up. Look that up. Did they post to the UK? Ben, are you looking? Ben, look, Ben. You've just ordered from Books Please for the first time. I do hope that your experience goes well. I hear the polar opposites of people saying it goes really well and really bad. I think any experience I have is jaded by the sheer quantity that I pick up. Often means that any bad experiences I have often are outnumbered, if that makes sense. Like, World of Books is an example. Like, yeah, I do get bad secondhand manga, but it is definitely outnumbered by good quality secondhand manga. I love Books Please. Tiffany, you're the one that introduced me to Books Please. This is your fault. This is all your fault. Actually, Blackwell's as well. I'd never heard of Blackwell's until you. It's all your fault. Damn you, Tiffany. The main couple get freaky? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, Get Pepper and Pulse are full colour. Damn it. Two series that I've been on the hunt to pick up, but they've just been too pricey for me. I assume that's why they're pricey, because they're full colour. Okay, that explains it. I even nearly picked up Get Pepper on Saturday when we were doing our day trip, and then where did I put it back? Oh yeah, I found a sale section. found a sale section. But when at the end of the month, when I let myself buy some manga again, Pulse was definitely one I was going to try and look at picking up, because I saw Liddy Moon talk about it in her video as well, and I was quite keen on trying it. Planning to visit Edinburgh this summer. Have you been to Forbidden Planet there? Is the selection good? I have, but last time I went there was 2016. And most manga places that I've been to have changed their sections quite dramatically over the past 7 years. Oh, so upsetting. But yes, I have been. It was alright. It was smaller than like the Leeds one at the time. They had like one aisle of manga when I was there. But again, 7 years. I'd probably say any experience I had is not at all going to be similar to what you'll have going. I want to go though. I really want to try and I want to do a whole series of manga shopping videos across the country. That's one of my goals for the channel, and I have like 3 locations lined up to do in May, potentially, if Ben feels up to it. I haven't told him yet. Sorry, Ben. Edinburgh would probably be a bit more, because we'd probably have to stay overnight if we did Edinburgh. I don't think I'd want to do a day trip to Edinburgh. I could potentially do a day trip to Edinburgh, but oof. Also, maybe we could go over Christmas. Maybe. Be cold though. Yeah. Sounds like thrift books in the US results uneven. At least customer service is good. I think Books Please. Personally, I've not had an issue with the quality of books from Books Please. World of Books, yes, and customer service is also mixed, depending. I've not had an issue with customer service, but I do know other people have. I think buying secondhand sometimes just has that. Can have problems, potentially. You love me some good price manga? Yes, you do, and I respect you for that, and so do I. And this is how we end up with situations where we've got a big box of manga to post to each other with all this sale stuff that we found. I always forgot, like, my March haul will have all the stuff that you sent to me. I mean, that box I sent to Emma, I sent Geeky Dreams a box of manga, and it was 3.5 kilos. I sent her 3.5 kilos of manga. It was only like £7 to post as well, which felt crazy to me. Got her like some steamship half price. Right. That is all the stuff we just unboxed. 6 volumes of Skip Beat. I don't even think Liddy's here to witness what she's done to me. Oh my god. Well, that'll be spoilers for the April haul. Is it April? Yeah, it's April. April haul's going to be a lot smaller because I've split up a whole bunch of the boxes I bought. Start again. Had a whole bunch of manga arrive like the last couple of days of March, which has been absorbed into the March haul. And the Travelling Man all-in-one-day haul is its own video because I bought a whole bunch. And then I'm not going to be buying much manga over the rest of this month. In theory. Right. We are an hour in, and we have not gotten to the point of why I thought I wanted to stream, of why I streamed this, did this live stream. Oh my gosh, words are failing me. Do I have water? Ben, can you bring me water? Though with the delay, he'll probably bring it down for a few minutes. Got Fanta though. Right, let's see if this works. I'm going to try and change my scene. If I click this, and then click this. Why is it not working? I have no idea why it's throwing a big huff. Damn it! Technology is the worst. I have the right mic set. I have it turned on.
What's in the device list? What's in the device list?
Sound only back on this scene though. Why is it not back when I'm sharing my screen? On device list. You can hear me now, but I want you to hear me with... Maybe I can just faff with this scene. I don't want to faff with this scene. If I... But why? Why? There's literally no difference between this scene and my screen share scene, apart from I'm sharing my screen. Bless technology! Oh. If I add audio input, add source. I just copy that and put it here. Oh my gosh. Why would it paste? Paste. I just want to talk to you about my spreadsheet.
Use the display account. She got any audio stuff
on it? Alright. Let's... Let's try jumping again, and we'll see. Can you hear me? Please! Hello, 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 hello? 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 Hello, 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 hello. Hello?
Yes.
You can hear me! Thank... Then go into another room and swear on my behalf. Oh, you brought me water. Oh my god. Do you know what I did? I did nothing. I literally did nothing. I literally did nothing except swap between the scenes a couple of times. This is the problem with being a QA engineer. Literally everything you touch breaks. Ugh. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my god, I could cry. Okay. Where were we? You've seen this little bit while I was screaming and shouting at my damn Streamlabs. So, spreadsheet. So this is my master spreadsheet. So I have a spreadsheet that I keep up to date and I update it like daily. And then I have a public spreadsheet that anyone can go and look at. I always have a link in my videos down below, and I also have misc links to it in like my link tree and other places. So if anyone ever wants to go and have a look themselves, feel free to. I do try to update it like once a month at least. I haven't updated in a little bit. What I'll do is after this, I'll go and update it, and then you can go have a look if you want. But yeah, I make sure the formulas are in there as well if you want to nick any of my formulas, because some of them are a bit gross, especially like ones like this one. That gross formula there. Ugh. That doesn't look right. It works, so that's all that matters. Right. So, where to start? Well, let's do a walkthrough of the spreadsheet in case some of you haven't seen it, and then we'll start doing some updates and stuff like that. And if you have any questions, feel free to throw them in, and I'll attempt to answer them to the best of my ability. So, my spreadsheet. So, I started doing my spreadsheet, how many ever years ago I said earlier? I can't remember. It was pre doing all of my like manga stuff. I think I hit about 600-700 volumes, and I was like, I'm gonna start keeping track of what I've got. Before that, I used to just take pictures or try and remember what I had. I can't believe that during that time I never bought a duplicate though. That's absolutely crazy. So the summary page, which we're on now, actually came about quite recently, within the last year. So I will go through that, but I'll show you what it was originally. So this was like what I originally had. So the spreadsheet started off with series title, volume, status, and out of order volume count, and that was literally all I had to begin with. It was just these 4 columns, and it was just making sure I didn't buy any duplicates more than anything. I just wasn't too fussed about anything else at the time. And then over the years, I've added more and more columns, I've added more and more data, and I track more and more things. So summary, it kind of is as it says. My summary page is just a whole bunch of summary information about my manga stuff. So like an average of how much I've read over the last 7 days, 30 days, 365 days, and that kind of like helps me see if I'm maintaining course, because those numbers kind of I'd want to try and keep them around the same number, if that makes sense. Because if they start to dip too much, I see that I'm not reading enough. What? Ben, I don't understand. I don't know what you're saying, Ben. I'm sorry. And then just some other neat bits of information, like my top publishers, many series I've got within demographics, top categories. So those 3, top publishers, categories, and demographics, they're by series, not volume. If a series has different numbers, which we'll get to, because I do keep track of those just on another tab. How many volumes I've read so far this year, how many I've read so far this month, average number of days from when I've got the volume to when I've read it, which is kind of stuck around 37, like ever since I put that formula in. It's always around 37. I don't know why. It's 37. 37 it seems to be. Percentage read. So that top percentage read is not including blocked volumes. Blocked volumes are ones that I'm missing a volume to be able to read it. So say I've got volume 2 but volume 1, I'd say volume 2 is blocked. I can't read volume 2 yet. They are my blocked volumes. So 49.35% is how much I've read excluding blocked. 41.68% is how much I've read, including blocked. Read, unread, blocked, pre-ordered. This is so sad because I'd was bang on 50% until last week, and I did an unboxing and I had a whole bunch of Books Please stuff come in, and it was all new release stuff, and it's completely put me into the red again. And I'm trying to aggressively read, and I'll hopefully have it back to 50% by the end of the month. Roughly reading one volume is 0.02% at the moment. It's going to get a bit lower as I get more volumes, but that's how much. When I read a volume, it goes up by 0.02%, which is terrifying, really. And then series status: is it complete? Am I up to date? Behind or cancelled? And then I have this enter series here to see my rating. What's a quick, easy series to type in? One Piece. And then I have to... Come on. Does that update? Does that run? I think so. So because I have so many formulas in my spreadsheet...
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Alexa, don't do that. Because I have so many formulas in my spreadsheet, I turned off automatic calculation because it just slows everything down every time I type something. I have it on manual, and then I go through and do everything, and then when I'm done, I hit calculate now for the entire spreadsheet for the workbook. Otherwise, just every time I type something, everything hangs a bit while it does all the formulas again. It drove me up the wall when I had to put in a bunch of volumes in one go. Ugh. And then we've got just number of volumes. So that's number of volumes including pre-orders. And that's number of volumes excluding pre-orders. So that's how many volumes I have on my shelves right now at this moment in time. There is a discrepancy. So if you add 229 to that, it does not get that, because I'm missing some volumes somewhere. So at some point, Ben and I are going to go through and do a massive comparing the shelves to my spreadsheet to see what I've missed, because I do miss them on occasion, because I'm a terrible person. Same with series. Difference is that's what's wait, how have I done this? So I have some series where on the series sheet I just go this series 10, and then in the volume where I keep track information about each volume, there might be different names. So the manga guide twos, for example, manga guide to statistics, manga guide to physics, I keep track as that as one series, but in my volume table they've all got different names, so it considers them all different, and there's a few series like that, which means that number ends up being higher than this one. Light novels, that's more for Ben. Ben doesn't do too much tracking though. I want him to do more tracking, but he won't. And this was a neat thing. Look at that horrific formula. This was to, if I couldn't decide what to read next, it would just give me a random volume, a random series that I hadn't read yet. So, but it would ignore anything I'd read, anything that was blocked, and anything that was pre-ordered. So it would look only for stuff if it was unread. Which can be neat, but I also haven't used it too much because I'm mostly just I want to read this. And then recent reads, which is just what volumes have I read within the last, I think it's the last, today -3, so the last 3 or so days. I haven't yet had it fall off the bottom. Actually, no, that's not true. I did have it fall off the bottom, which is why it's a little longer than the rest of it. And then I've got some nice gap to put more stats here, but I don't know what to put here at the moment, so there's just a gap. And then I've got a search bar, which was actually a friend at work who is an equal spreadsheet enthusiast. I showed him this, and he got very excited. He doesn't read manga, doesn't care about manga in the slightest, but he was like, spreadsheets, this is a nice spreadsheet, you got some nice data here. And he was like, you need a search bar, I'm gonna write a search bar for you. And then he wrote me a search bar. So this entire thing is generated from this one formula. And if I type something in there, let's say cat, and you can do it. Oh my god, my PC's made a noise. If you have a smaller collection that isn't as horrific as mine... Oh no. Sure hope I've not broken it. Oh, it's trying to save. Why would you do that? Oh no, it's crashed. No! Oh dear. Well. Whoopsie. How can I stop it? Oh dear. Oh dear. Too many cat manga. Oh dear. It sounds like a prime time to have a drink. One moment, please. Huzzah, I'm back. In a way, I suppose. My Excel is... Oof. Oof. We're gonna close Excel and reopen it. It did not like searching for cat. Oh dear. I'm not doing that again. No, stop trying to calculate. Hello? Right. We're gonna reopen Excel. And not do that again. Or do that again, that might be fun. Video's frozen. Hopefully it's caught up. It looks like it's not frozen on my side anymore. It was frozen. Pretty bad. This is what I don't like about Excel. It crashed my laptop. To be fair, in Excel's defense, I think mine is currently trying to run. I've got like... How many have I got? Is it still frozen? Hopefully. How is it now? Why is it? Are we doing good? Okay, so... Yeah, we don't do that again. we don't do that again. Yeah, it's one of the problems. This is why I don't use Excel online anymore, because it would just completely crash, because I've got like I must have like 10,000 cells with formulas in, and it doesn't like that at all. I have contemplated moving to like just having it in like a SQL DB and then having a front end app to be able to access the data and stuff, but that's some effort to do that. I've not gotten around to doing that yet. They have internet in jolly old England. No, that's the problem. We've just got like, we've got a mouse running the little like hamster wheel, and it must have stopped running. You know, got a cat. Wanna come say hello? You can come sit up here. Cat. Look how big the cat is. Doesn't even fit, do you? Wanna sit on there? You like to sit on my desk, don't you? Thanks. Big fluffy cat. No, don't sniff the computer. We finally got it to stop complaining. What are you doing? Cat, please. Cat, please. Please. What are you doing? That's the microphone. Are you sitting there? Okay, you're gonna... Okay. Okay, round 2. Let's try this again. And if I can see... I can't see what I'm doing, Una. Can you still hear me? I think is step number 1. Oh my gosh. Una. Please, cat. Okay. I'm gonna... there is a long bit of time difference now between what I'm saying and what you're seeing. So I'm gonna hang a little bit until you can see if you can you can hear me or not. That's cables. No, don't sit on... Oh my god. Please. At least I can't... That's... Oh my god, please. I'm so sorry. Alright. It's been an attempt with this live stream. A mild attempt. So many cables and a cat. That's... Right. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Liddy Moon, you missed a whole bunch where I was cursing your name. This is predominantly your fault. This is all your fault. Una, that is not a toy. That is a cable. Big cat, how many pounds? I have absolutely no idea. They were they 4 kilos? Or 3.5 kilos? I can't remember. I haven't actually weighed them in ages. Your butt is on my phone. Big poopy butt. Cat, I swear to God. You're super cute, but so in the way. She's helping your spreadsheet. I mean, that is one way of looking at it. She really has a habit her and her sister. Okay, you're on the floor now. Her and her sister really like when I'm working to sit on my desk and then tap the keys, which is not helpful. There have been many messages sent to the Dudettes Discord where they weren't sent by me. Okay, right. If you can hear me, I'm gonna get back and try and... Oh, there's so much cat hair on everything now. Right. We're gonna try and do this, and I'm not going to do that thing before. We're not going to do that. So what I'm gonna do is delete that so it doesn't happen again. See, I broke this. We'll come back to that later. Right. So next we have the manga sheet. So on the manga sheet, this is where I keep track about information around a series. So any data I want to collect for a series, basically, is what I just said. So we have series title, how many volumes I have starting from volume 1. So for some of these, like 07 Ghost, for example, I have the first 2 volumes and then I don't have volumes 3 and 4. So I say I have 2 volumes, and then in the out of order volume count, I say how many volumes I have post that, and then actually say what volumes I've got in this column. So when I do my volume count, I count this column, column B, and this column, out of order volume count. Status is, am I up to date with volumes out in English in the UK? And I do, if you're say US based, the UK often gets volumes. Actually, it's getting a bit better, but we used to get volumes maybe, I'd say, a month to 3 months later than they come out in the US. I think some publishers have gotten better and some publishers have gotten worse. Definitely, Viz is the worst of all of them. And I'd say 7 Seas and Kodansha are some of the better ones. Actually, Yempress is getting good too. Viz is just the worst. Like, there's some Viz volumes where I've gotten 2 volumes from a series back to back because it's taken so long for the other one to hit the UK. Like, I think My Hero Academia 27 and 28 I got on the same day, and I had them both on pre-order. It just took so long for them to arrive that, yeah, Viz is the worst of all of them. So I'm seeing when I see people in the US getting new like Viz volumes, I'm like, yeah, cool, I'll get that next month, maybe the month after. Whereas on occasion, I've gotten some like 7 Seas volumes ahead of people in the US. Like, I got my volume of Marmalade Boy, the collector's edition one, way ahead of anyone else I saw getting theirs in the US. Where was I? Oh yeah. And then out of order volume list is just, if I have volumes out of order, which volumes do I have? Especially for some series like I Can't Make a Kill, where I've got 1, 7, and 12. It just helps me keep an eye on what I've got. Volumes in series. If the series is complete, how many does it have? Or is it ongoing? Is mostly what that one is. Total volumes owned. It adds B and D. So AI Love You, I've got 6 volumes of AI Love You. And then percentage owned is actually based on a column I haven't shown you that. Based on how many volumes I own, on how many volumes are in print, what percentage do I have? And then I've got it set so it does a neat little bar in the cell, which is really cool. And then my rating is an average of all the ratings I've given. An average of all the ratings I've given volumes in that series. Yeah. That's exactly it. I was like, where am I leading with this? So Abandoned Empress, it'll have averaged all the ratings I've given it, and that is the average that I've got for that series, which has been. And then if I haven't read any volumes from that series, it'll mark it as not read. So the way the formula works is it gets an average of the rating column where it matches this title, and if it gets an error, which basically it'll get an error if I've not rated any, so all the cells are empty. So it'll get an error. It tries to do an average of cells where the cell is blank. It'll error, at which point it'll set it to not read. So it's like anyone familiar with like programming terms, it's a try catch basically. And then it'll do an average if it has been successful in finding them. Category. So this was actually one of the probably bigger changes. Actually, no, there's been a lot of bigger changes. But this is one I really want to highlight from when I did my last spreadsheet video. So back then, I used to intermingle category and demographic, because to be blunt, I don't really care about demographics, and to this day, I still don't. But I'd say I understand more why demographics aren't categories or genres. And I actually have been finding it interesting seeing what demographics different series are, and also the like spread of demographics amongst my collection. And so that's why I did actually split it out originally. I kind of wanted to see how much of each demographic I had, and also by genre. And then for the categories are kind of what I feel is the most predominant category when I've read it. If I haven't read it, either I'll look online when I'm filling in all this other information, and one of if there's like a predominant category or genre, I'll pick that, and then if I read it and I feel it's different, I'll then just change it. If I feel like, oh, I've given this one action, and then I read it and I feel like actually it's more drama, I'll change it. But meh, I don't change them too often. And then subcategory, genuinely, I added this category, this column, because I wanted to track my villainess. I wanted to track the villainess series in my collection. Is literally the main reason that it's here. And then I've done demographic. Then we've got artist and author. I did used to just have one column and it was like author, and I just randomly chose if I put author or artist in it, which in hindsight is just really strange. There are a lot of series have the same author and artist, but actually quite a lot don't, especially isekai series where the author is the light novel and then the artist is the person that has drawn it, but they're not the one that's come up with the story. So I wanted to try and, because a lot of times I'll be talking about a series and someone will be like, oh yeah, did you know that this is the same person who did this series? And I'm like, no, I didn't know that. How do you know this stuff? I have no idea. I pretty much can only recognise like Mashima, like Fairy Tail, Eden Zero, that's about it. Like, beyond that, I was really bad. I'm trying to get better, especially with stuff like this, but I want to have some more stats around author and artist, because I don't have anything that says my most common author or artist. I've just got a big list. And then we have publishers. It's publishers. And then imprint. Now, I haven't kept on top of imprint. I haven't used it too much. I use it if I remember. So there is a lot of stuff here that doesn't have imprints. Like, most of the Viz stuff should have an imprint. It should, like, be Shonen Jump or Shonen Sunday or Signature or Shoujo Beat or... what else have they got? It should have something. I've just not done it, to be fair. And then volumes in print. This is just how many volumes are there in print at this right this moment in time in Japanese. So not even in English. So I kind of wanted this column to be if I was up to date on every series that I'm collecting, what is my maximum count how much manga could I have if I had all the manga from all these series. I don't know why this column is at the end. I think basically this one used to be over here, and then I added all of these columns in between, and now it's gotten shoved way over here. It probably should go back over here, maybe in between total volumes owned and percentage owned. It's probably where it'd sit a bit nicer instead of after all the other crud. But I'll sort that one later. Maybe. I'm just like, why is it here? I had so on my master one, my public manga spreadsheet is way neater than my master one, because my master one I'm just playing with formula all the time. Horrendous. Some of these, look how disgusting that is. Ow, I just bit my tongue. I'm so excited talking about it. It's like properly just like keeps going. Is that the end of it? It just keeps going. So what I was trying to do with a lot of these, and this is like the attempt at it didn't work very well though, I was trying to pull out my top 10 series with my top 10 series by rating by a demographic. So like, what are my top 10 rated seinen series? And I couldn't get it to work. I don't know why I couldn't get it to work. But like, I mean, it ended up pulling out something. Actually, no, wait, it's me testing shonen. This was me testing shonen, and it pulled out Grand Blue Dreaming, which I don't think is a shonen, and also Dr. Stone 5 times, 6 times. And I did like Dr. Stone reboot, but not enough for it to be there 6 times. Oh, Ben, thank you for some gifting some subs. Thank you. You're so nice. I don't know. Do you want an Easter egg? Bloody Moon. Yeah, no. I have 21 volumes of Skip Beat now, and it's entirely your fault. Can't wait to get a cat. I can't wait for you to get a cat. I can't wait to see pictures of the cat. I am very excited to see cat tomorrow. Please send pictures. I desperately hope that you get on and it's good, and you can take the cat home and you can send pictures of the cat to the Discord, and I can go, oh, cat. You have a Maine Coon cat too? She doesn't like the mechanical keys, so she avoids the desk. My cat, I'll have my keyboard here and my laptop here, and both of them like to take turns lying in between the two and then going belly up and then like crying at me until I rub their tummy, and it's like, oh yeah, that's so cute. Except in rolling, they just hit all the damn keys. So I have to like sit with my arm protecting my keyboard and rub their tummy, and then I have to also try and work with my non-working third hand, which doesn't work very well. Is there a site that tells what is being reprinted and when? I don't think so. I follow a lot of accounts on Twitter that are quite good at talking about stuff getting reprints. I think at the moment there's so much uncertainty with reprints because we're still going through a paper shortage and there's still printing shortages, which is one of the reasons I think Viz has started printing in Italy. I think half the time even they don't know when stuff's getting reprinted. There's just so much in the pipeline, and it's just they'll get to it when they get to it. A lot of the time, especially with Viz series are so popular, even Viz unpopular series is generally popular-ish. A lot of the time, I think they are trying to reprint, just it's taken so long. It's not a quick process. It's a year's process, and they just don't know because it's not necessarily in their hands. Well, that's actually quite interesting when people talk about like publishers having like poor quality control and stuff. Where is it? I haven't shown it yet on YouTube, but on like Discord, Instagram, TikTok and stuff. I got this really strange copy from World of Books. I ordered Springtime by the Window, and I mean, when you look at that, number one, it says right in the middle, faulty. You're like, okay. And then you realise that Springtime by the Window is a small volume, and this is a big volume, and you can see all the printing codes and stuff around the edges. I mean, that's the spine on the back, printing codes and stuff. And then when you open it, it's Way the House Husband, which I think's interesting because it means the same place that prints Viz also prints Tokyo Pop. Where does the quality control lie? People complain that, oh, this publisher's bad at quality control, but is the issue the publisher? Did the publisher ever actually touch the volumes, or is it all just outsourced and the issue is certain printers are the ones that are poor at quality control and stuff? I think that's interesting, and I think this is a good like highlight because it's two different publishers. Maybe Viz and Tokyo Pop are closer than people realize, but also it makes sense that publishers share printers and stuff. But at what point do you have the quality control? Is I think what I was getting at. If you can successfully send me scotch, I'll send manga. What? Like scotch tape? What? What if he doesn't like you? He will like you. Don't say that. Oh my gosh, no, you're gonna love each other. It's gonna be love at first sight. You're gonna run at each other like through like a meadow of flowers. You'll just be running along and the cat will be running along and then they'll throw themselves in your arms and then you'll just start crying and then the cat will start crying and then you'll never let go and it'll be super adorable and I can't wait to see him in your videos. Ben, can we get another cat? Where was I? Spreadsheet. Right, another drink of water. I'm talking so much. So, my next sheet is like halfway down. Let's scroll back to the top. So I have a different sheet where I track information about volumes specifically. So this is like, so the manga tab is for series information and the volume tab is for volume information. So I've got a row for every single volume, so there's going to be like 6,000 rows on this one. So on this one I track the title, the volume number, what I rated it, the status, so is it unread, is it read, is it blocked, is it pre-ordered. I also track the day I bought it and the day I read it, and then I track some other information very poorly, as you can see by there being so many gaps for cover character, cover colour, spine colour. Mostly that was for when I wanted to do, like, when I used to take more than I used to, more than I do at the moment. I used to take a whole bunch of Instagram photos, and I absolutely loved taking photos that were, like, colour themed, so, like, purples and blues and stuff, especially with, and then trying to find covers with a particular colour was always a bit more tricky, because I have them on my shelves facing in. For example, there's a Black Clover volume off the top of my head that has a really bright orange cover, but I can't remember which one it is, so I track that sort of thing in here. So when I want to do pictures using like orange covers, I can just go in here and check that. And then same with like characters and stuff. If I want to do like certain characters I want to take pictures of, I can just quickly check what the characters are on certain covers and stuff. Spines is a bit easier because I mean I can see them, but it helps me filter them. And then I just start to track ISBNs, and there are some ISBNs, they're a bit more hit and miss, to be honest, but I did start to. But there's a whole thing Ben and I are doing where we might be able to scrape that sort of information auto-magically. And then events is something I also was trying to track and then failed to horrendously. This was like, again, for taking pictures or talking about things. Say I wanted to take a picture of they've gone to the beach I could, like, events, I'd include, like, beach episode or something, and I'd be able to search for that. And then I forgot to do that. I've done it on some of them, just not very many. So that was the intent of that column. And then this final column, which doesn't have a title, what do we call this? Days till red. So this is basically a difference. How many days difference between these two dates? How many days did it take me from buying the volume to reading it? And if I haven't yet read it, I've done the same thing again where we do a try-catch and put not read if I haven't read it. You're already crying? No! Good cry? Good cry? Please? A good cry? This part hurts my brain. How do you have the time? Well, that's the thing. I started doing... So when I started this bit, I didn't have 1,000 volumes. And when I started this bit, I just hit 2,000 volumes. And it took me... I think it took me a week just adding them all in. And when I add new volumes, I just kind of, over my lunch times, do some updates. It's keeping on top of it is a lot easier than doing a whole lot at once, for sure. I mean, the initial setup is always going to take a bit more time. But I really like it. It's so much fun. It's so pretty to look at. I mean, oh, look at it. I've just realised that I think one of the columns is cut off for you. Whoops, my bad. Scroll along a little bit. Days till red. My bad. Here it is. I love how colourful your spreadsheet is. Yes, so that's something else they do. Every series is a different colour. The colours don't mean anything, really, for the series. I just kind of want colours not touching. So when I'm scrolling, it's really obvious which volumes are to a series. So then, like, a big block of, like, anonymous noise. It's clear cut to see where where the series changes, basically. What does the blocked mean? Think I missed that. So blocked means anonymous noise. So I'm missing volume 10. So I can read up to volume 9, but then I can't read volume 11 because I don't have volume 9. So any volumes I have that I can't read because I'm missing volumes, that counts as blocked. Which meant when I got... Where is it? Scroll a little bit. Have I scrolled too far? No. So case closed. Look at this massive case closed bit. The last volume I needed to collect of case closed was volume 2. So for I changed that. When I had... Before that, I had all of these set as blocked because I couldn't read them. And then I got volume 2, and oof, did that make my percentage look bad? Did that really, really change my percentage badly? You've been watching his video constantly? Oh, did you get sent a video? Oh, you love him already? I love him for you already as well. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Yes, so that's mostly this table. This is the table I'm probably in the most, because when I read volumes, I come in here and faff with it. So I actually, before we move on to the other tabs, I read a volume earlier. I also use Control F all the time. I read Remarried Empress, and I thought it was a 7. Read, and then what's the date today? 7/4. So, what also I find you need to do when you're doing your Control Fs with a collection as big as mine, you need to get creative on what to type in it that's unique to find the series you're trying to get to. for example, like, I have a lot of series that have quite similar words in it. Like, Remarried Empress, I don't have any other series with remarried in it. But I'm fairly sure I have other series with Empress in it. I've got Abandoned Empress. Any others? No, just those two. But I know I have 2 series with Empress in it. So trying to think of keywords to use to find a specific series. Like, I mean, there's, like, toilet. Got Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. But also, we've got Dungeon Toilet. Is it just those 2? It's just those 2. So, if I want to find Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, I'd need to... I'd try and search, like, Hanaka over toilet, because it would take me to Dungeon Toilet. Though if I want to find Dungeon Toilet, if I search Dungeon, well, that is just horrific. I have so many series with Dungeon in it that it's not even... Oh, now we're in the dungeon, but there's toilet. There's Dungeon Toilet. So trying to find, like, unique words to make it easier to find stuff is just, like... Oh. It's almost... I have a great fun time doing that, but I understand that also makes me sound really strange, but it's really fun, like, ooh, what are unique words? Actually, we'll see on the stats. So next, actually, we'll come back to stats. We'll budge along one moment to light novels, which looks a lot less pretty because somebody, Benjamin, doesn't do their upkeep and keep it tidy. But this is how Ben tracks his light novels. It's pretty much the same format. He just cares a lot less about stuff. He literally just wants to know, do I have it or not? Let's move that. It's quite far away. Move it closer. Yeah. He basically just wants to know, do I have it? Which is fine. It could look prettier though, Ben, just saying. I can help with that, but it could do. Same again as the manga. Title, volume count, status. It's the same columns, just for his light novels. Something I really don't like when it comes to manga and light novels is when they do parts. So ReZero does parts, Ascendance of a Bookworm does parts, but it means that if you say Ascendance of a Bookworm Volume 1, there are multiple Ascendance of a Bookworm Volume 1s. You've got Ascendance of a Bookworm Part 1 Volume 1, you've got Ascendance of a Bookworm Part 2 Volume 1, you've got Ascendance of a Bookworm Part 3 Volume 1. Yeah. My spreadsheet isn't going to look as pretty because of this. Very annoyed. So, I split them out into parts. So I do count, because of that, they do get counted as multiple series. But there aren't enough of them for me to be bothered in. It's not like it throws my series count off horrendously so. So I kind of leave it. I'm fine with it. It'll be fine. It's like, I mean, that adds 3 extra. In my manga, it probably, with ReZero and Ascendance of Bookworm, probably adds like 5, 6, I guess. I'd love to hear your thoughts when you finally start Case Closed. I feel like I'll probably vlog it, to be fair, with how long it is. I can think of like 1 or 2 other people who collect Case Closed. I think the Omnibus Collector has Case Closed. And actually, I think I struggle past that. Who else has Case Closed? Absolutely not many mad lads out there who collect Case Closed. So I quite want to vlog it because I don't think it's a series that many people would have read themselves. At least physically, for sure. So I think that'll be neat. I think that'd be interesting. It's just scary. And to be fair, I'm surprised how many of them are in good condition. I mean, I think the last like 5 or 6 volumes I have of it are brand new, but the rest I bought secondhand, and they're all pretty good. Apart from like 2, 3, like 1 or 2 of them are bad enough that I might actually replace them once upon a time, but the rest are fine, mostly. And then we got light novel books, where Ben did start to do a similar thing to the volumes table, but he's not kept on top of it, because I know for a fact he's not... Has he? No. He's not put the manga I got him... manga? Oh my gosh. He's not put the light novels that I put in and got him for his birthday, which was a month and a bit ago. So he's not put those in, and he's bought a few since then, and he's not put those in. Like, where's Overlord? Yeah, you got 15 of Overlord, Ben. He wasn't bothered about tracking, like, ratings or date bought or anything. He just wanted to know which ones he'd read, predominantly, I think. Was that right, Ben? And then let's go back to... Actually, no, we'll do stats last. Videos. This is major spoilers. Major spoilers. But I started using my spreadsheet to help me track and plan all of my videos. And it's been super helpful. Like, it's helped me stay on top of things so much. I'm so far ahead. Like... I have 3 videos already up for members. If you're interested in early access for all my videos, check out channel memberships. I've made it as cheap as it will let me make it. Sorry, I heard a noise. I've made it as cheap as I could physically make it, and it gives you early access to any videos that I put up ahead of time. At the moment, there are 3 already up. I've done a really big World of Books unboxing, a big Forbidden Planet box unboxing, and where do I buy cheap manga. I've also filmed, well, the All Travelling Man's in One Day video is almost finished editing. I'll finish editing that probably tomorrow morning, and then proof watch it, and then hopefully be up for members by the end of the weekend. And then I've also filmed the Travelling Man haul and also my March reading vlog, and I'll try and edit those. They might not be up for members by the end of the weekend, but I want to try and get through editing them this weekend. And I just need to film my March haul, and then that'll see me to the end of March, which is very exciting. Oh, lots of fun content. I also chat a whole bunch more about what I'm up to for members if you're interested. But also, if you're not, the videos will go public just in a while, and I've planned my videos out till September, but that's all subject to change. I changed my video plans a lot. a lot. Next tab, we have got series I want to try, which looks remarkably sad compared to the rest of it, I suppose. This is just a list of series people have said, try this. Actually, I've got that one. Any others I've got here? Skip Beat, Liddy Moon. Oh, I've got Delivery as well. Oh gosh. I think that's only a... oh, that's one that Emma got me. I think that's just a light novel at the moment. I think that's... yeah. Oh, I've got that one too. Oh, and I've got that one too. Oh my gosh. It looks really sad now. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. I'll clean that up later. I also have tabs for art books and RPG books. Mostly kind of, at the moment, Ben collects a lot of art books and a lot of RPG books, and he's got to the point where he's enough that he might forget which ones he's got, and he buys them like when we're in Travelling Man and stuff, and it's like just maybe categorize, list them out, so when we're out and about you can check which ones we've got. And he's still not done it yet, Ben. You should do. And then what's this? Oh, I play a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, and I've been collecting Triple Triad cards, and this is me keeping track of which Triple Triad cards I don't have yet. Right, now let's go to the really, really fun tab, which is the stats tab. Oh my gosh, look at that. So I've got some stuff hidden at the moment, and we're going to keep that hidden, just because it's mostly... so I do track some stuff money-wise around my manga, and I'm not completely against not letting anyone see, but I think just people just get a bit arsey, I think, generally, when they're like, oh my god, you spend this much on manga, and it's like, well, no, this is what I think it's retail, how much I've spent, but I don't pay retail, but people won't see that, so I'm just hiding it for now. But this is my manga stats. Let's zoom in a whole bunch and go along the play. Oh, there we go. So some of it we'll have seen on other stuff. So on the summary tab itself doesn't really do much calculation. It mostly just refers to a cell in the stats tab, predominantly. So a lot of the calculations are actually done here. So to refer to a sheet that you're not currently on in Excel, you just you do the name of the sheet and then an exclamation mark and then your formula as usual. And then this is what I was talking about, like potential volume count. So if I was up to date on all the series I have, and they were all in English as well, that's how many volumes I would have, which is a bit scary. A bit scary, to be honest. It is a very big number. But I need to figure out where to put my shelves next, more than anything. Ongoing versus completed. So of the series in my collection, how many are finished and how many are still actively ongoing? So I have more complete series in my collection over ongoing. Ratings. Where do my ratings fall by series? So how many ratings fall between 6 and 6.9? 7, 7.9. So I'm quite easily pleased. I rate a lot of series around 7-ish, so I'm not surprised there's a skew. Actually, and I've got a nice little graph here. You can see it's a skew of my series ratings like that. Most of my 10 out of 10 ratings for series will probably be one-shots. I can't think of many series where I've given like a 10 out of 10 to all of them. Like, Komi's the only one that comes to mind, because I love Komi and every volume's 10 out of 10. Okay, what you can see and what I can see is a bit different, so I'm just trying to make sure I can line up and you can see everything, so I'm not just start chatting and you're like, I can't see it. Alright, I think you can almost see all of that. Zoom out a little bit. Almost. So this is like series count by category. I need to remove psychological, not because I don't think I have any psychological series, just I didn't want to have too many genres, so I picked a bunch and I kind of try to stick to those if I can, and I've just generally, I think maybe I put psychological stuff under drama, maybe. I'm trying to think, maybe. And then I've got series count by publisher and volume count by publisher. So 7 Seas is my most common publisher by series count, but it's my 4th most common by volume count. Viz is still out there by like a lot, a lot. But I have, and then like Empress is still there. Kodansha, number 4 on there. What series do I have by Kodansha that's that long? I can only Fairy Tale? What else? What else? Oh my gosh. I can't think. What's some long running Kodansha series? Or are they just like a lot of them are like 10 volumes maybe, and that's why it just accumulates, maybe? Demographic count, and then that's how many series I have that don't have demographics. Now, to be fair, some series just don't have demographics because it's not been published in a magazine, or it's not like that. It just doesn't have a demographic, which is very annoying because it means there's a gap in my spreadsheet. So sad. And then just some random stuff like series count by letter, a volume count by letter. Just, I was like, what's the most common letter I have in my spreadsheet? And I think is it S? I think B, S, and M are some of my most common high series, and actually no, B isn't a series. By volume count, B, M, and S I like my most highest numbers. By series, it's mostly just M and S. M has a lot of like My Next Life, there's a lot of my's actually. My Hero, I can see it actually. My Dress Up Darling, My Boy, My Happy Marriage, My Sky Life, My Love Story, My Love Mix Up. There's a lot of a lot of my. But I think that's a really weird, just a weird stat to see. And then also breaking up demographics by genres. Also, I thought was really neat to have a look at and see. I think it's interesting just seeing it like that. Sad how little josei I have, but I don't think that's a reflection on me not collecting much josei. I think it's a reflection on there isn't a huge amount of josei published in English. Because when it comes to manga, I will pick it up it needs to be an English print, and it needs to not be stupid prices. That's predominantly my only, like, when it comes to manga limitations. English print, not silly prices. That's it. And I think there isn't much josei published in English. I think it's getting better. I did some pre-orders a bit ago, and a whole bunch of stuff of the demographics of what I'd ordered was josei, and I hadn't even realised, which is neat. But it's crazy looking at how diddy that is compared to these two. Where's my demographics thing? Like, yeah, 70 joseis. I'm trying to think what joseis are there in English that I don't have. It's probably easier. Actually, no, it might not be. They're all going to be horrendously out of print. This is the volumes side of there's the light novel bit, which is just this small bit here. Then we've got volume stats. A lot of it we saw on the summary page already. Like, how much have I read in the last 7 days? How much have I read in the last 30 days? How much have I read in the last 365 days? Followed by read, unread, yeah. And then also, how much have I read in each year? You can definitely see it starts ramping up once I graduate from being a student. I've got a job. It definitely ramps up how much I've read. Didn't read as much last year as I did in 2021, which is a bit sad. Not by much. I'm still, I feel like 500 is a good volume count to aim for in a year. That's what I'm aiming for pretty much every year. And then this is how much I've read by month, by year. So this is how much I've read each month. I read so little in March, which was really disheartening because March was the month where I decided to do a reading vlog. I was like, really? But actually, it might be a godsend because I talked about each volume for like 2-3 minutes. If I'd read how much I read in March last year, which was 66 volumes, that would have been a really long video. But it's only 28. But still, at 2-3 minutes, it's probably going to be, I'm hoping, under an hour is my hope. I think. What's that doing? That's not right. Don't even know what you're doing. These formulas are my favourite formulas, and the year one took me ages to figure out. Basically, it tells you how much stuff I've read in the current month, irrespective. So it kind of just does its own thing. I don't need to, there's no static variables or anything. It is all just, what is the current month? How much have I read in it? But the year one, foxed me for ages. And in hindsight, it's actually a lot simpler than the month one. And that is, how much have I read in the current year, irrespective of the year. I think they're really neat. They're really helpful, but you need to be tracking the dates of what you've been reading for it to be any good. Though, I can understand it can be hard going back, even if you can vaguely remember maybe the month you read, if you want to do this going forward. I a lot of the stuff that I read before my spreadsheet, none of the dates are particularly accurate. I remember roughly which year I read it, and maybe what kind of month, around what month it was, but beyond that, no idea. It's all a guess. And then, yeah, so I track, I've kind of just been shoving these tables down year by year on how much I've read in each month. And what else have we got? Oh yeah, we've got ratings. Ratings by volume, which obviously we don't, there's no decibels when it comes to these. And I do definitely skew towards 6, 7, 8 over actual middle. Because, like, 5 is technically in the middle. Of 0 to 10, 5 is the middle. And I think a lot of people do this. Like, 7 is almost average. It is for me. And then that is just an average. All that formula is average time to read from purchase. It's just an average of the column in the other table of days till read. And look, I changed the title of the column, and it just changed the formula. How neat's that? And then we've got another nice little graph here of ratings by volume. Ooh, and this, I did this a while ago. So I wanted to try and find out what my most common words were in my what were the most common words in my titles, and it turned into a bit of a ball ache, because to get it to do it, I needed to run a macro, but to run a macro, it changes the type format of the Excel file, which means I can't open it in Excel Online anymore, which is no help to me if I want to view this file on my phone when I'm out and about. So I made another copy and I kept that offline, and I ran the macro and I copied the results into my regular one so I could look at it. This is obviously going to be behind now because I ran it like 6 months ago. And I bought more series since then. Would you believe? So yeah, this is my most common words. The most common words in the titles of my manga series. So this is the one that was all of them. And then I have completely forgotten what these like words are called. But I removed all these kind of words like my, and, in, an, of, to. And that's what this one is. So the most common word in my manga collection is world, which makes me very happy because it's all going to be about isekai, isn't it? And then it's Faku, which I think is deceiving because I put Faku at the beginning of every Faku volume I have, and most Fakus are one-shots. So even though I've only got like 40 Faku volumes, because I've bought more since then, it makes it the most common, even though it isn't really-ish. And then love, another. I nearly took that one out as well, I wasn't sure. Life, demon, manga, hero, reincarnated, dungeon. See, dungeon. So you need to, when you want to search through your manga, you need to try and find the words where it's only one. But there's a lot. Oh, and there's also there's world with full stop. I could probably take that out. I don't know what that bar chart was for. That's what I mean. My master one is such a mess. Where's Villainess? Villainess 8. 8 Villainess. 8 Dragon. I'm trying to think, what series do I have with Dragon in it? That's fun in itself. And then, yeah, light novels. I think I've said that, yeah. I think that is my spreadsheet. Besides the slight snafu where I broke it, which I might faff with post later on, maybe tomorrow if I'm feeling brave. I don't know why it made it go so funny. I haven't used it in ages. Maybe it's so long. Oh, I did play with it the other day and try. I don't know. But yeah, what did you all think? Are you all now enticed to make your own spreadsheet? Have you all gotten bored and gone to bed? Or someone's gone to bed. Bye, Manga Cat. I'm sorry. I don't know how long ago you sent that. I got 2 in the flow. This thing. I wasn't looking at chat. I was making sure you could see stuff. And then I just completely forgot to look back. But yeah, I love my spreadsheet so much. Actually, I have a whole bunch of stuff to put in it. Ben, can you come down and help pass me some manga, actually? Well, I've got the stuff here that I just unboxed. I don't know if I'll do all of it, because we've already been going 2.5 hours. And, I mean, I spent the first hour of it just chatting shit, to be honest. But so, all of this stuff should already be in the spreadsheet. It's just, it'll be marked as pre-orders. So what have we got? We've got a whole lot of Skip Beat. Volume 1. We've not read Volume 1. What's the date again? 7/4. So when you type dates into oh my gosh, I've forgotten all the words. When you type a date into this, if you don't add a year, it will automatically set it to the current year, which I find really helpful because it's just a little less typing because I'm extra lazy. We've got 14, but that's blocked for 7/4. We've got 17, also blocked. /4. What else did we get? Do I have 15? Oh, we do have 15. There's 15. 7/4. Bloody moon, look at all this skip beat. Look at all this money you make me spend. Cry. 7/4. Actually, let's zoom it in a bit. Can you still see that? I'm covering some of it. My big head! Oh, thanks, Ben. Stop. All of that needs to come over. Oh my gosh, Ben. Please don't punch the desk. What else have we got? Grandmaster. Have I seen your spreadsheet before? No. I'm gonna guess no. I'm always happy to look at spreadsheets. I'm always happy to steal ideas for my own. Just keep stacking on top, Ben. Because I got your light novels as well to put in. That does look a little scary, doesn't it? Don't pull that face. Oh my gosh. Grandmaster? Nisakoi! Oh no. Oh no, I spelled not enough. Oh, see, I make mistakes like normal people. So this is a problem I've got with my spreadsheet at the moment, that I've just not yet bothered to sit down and figure out why, which is when I add a new row, usually Excel will take the colouring and formatting of the row above, but for some reason it makes it blue. And I don't know why it makes it blue. And then let's give it a fresh colour. What colour should we give it? Oh, that's probably too green to the one next to it. Well, it's still probably... Why have I got loads of green? What colour should we give it? Oh, that's a nice pale... Was that what it was before? That was almost what it was before, wasn't it? And now we have to make all of these unread. Rip my unread percentage. Dinosaur Sanctuary. Oh, I also need this pile back here. Oh, you've not even passed me half of those. Maybe stack them in front. On the floor, fine. I've forgotten the date. Oh my gosh. You're not a fan of mine? Why aren't you a fan of mine? What's wrong with mine? Dinosaur Sanctuary, Yuna. Also blocked. I don't like Google Sheets. It doesn't do as much as Excel. And I can't use it in a browser. It'll crash in a browser. I have too many formulas. So I have to use it in desktop to be able to really use all the formulas that I want. Browser sheets just aren't as powerful as a desktop version. And to be fair, I'm Microsoft. I work more with Microsoft products day to day. That's like my job. So what using Microsoft products is just generally my default. Call the Name of the Night. Oh, I ordered volume 2 as well. So has anyone read Call the Name of the Night? What do they think of it? And Parallel Paradise. Do you see the new Parallel Paradise, Ben? Oh, Parallel Rhapsody. Yuna! There is a big stack of manga there, Yuna. Yeah, you hold the manga stack, Ben. And everyone in chat can look at the cat's bum. You don't... Oh, you put your bum on my hand. Yuna, come over here. Yuna. 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 Oh my god. Is that... I think that's that stack. Good. Fly me to the moon. We got... So this is the stuff that I bought. Oh my god, grab the cat then. Grab the cat. Fly Me to the Moon 15. For some reason I ordered 16 and then forgot to... Oh wait, all these ones that I bought in Traveling Man aren't going to be on this list. So Fly Me to the Moon. So I had a gap. Now I don't have a gap anymore. 16. Up to date again. But portable? This one's portable. I just can't do macros on it. Ayashimon. Anyone? Has anyone read this one? If anyone's read this one, what do you think of this? Ooh. Ayashimon Volume 1. It's the same person as Hell's Paradise, right? I think. A. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just add I'll add all the new titles to the bottom and then just alphabetize it. Or sometimes if I don't have too many new titles, I'll just go and drop them in at the right place. A-Y-A-S. A-Y-A-S. I have to get a lot better at my alphabet than I actually am. A-Y-A-S-H-I. Up to date. And then, yeah, so I leave it... Any new series I add are red, and then when I've gone through and added, like, all the information to it, I'll make it the right colour, but it makes it easier for me to see which ones I've not yet added. Have I ever thought about giving you all my manga? It depends. You haven't asked nicely, so no. Kakuriko. Volume 8. Look how thin that is. Ugh. Thin shoujo titles, like, made me sad. I understand, like, often they don't release as often, if I'm correct. Is that... Oh, it's from the author. Kakuriko. 8. I don't think they often release as much. I felt really bad complaining about Prince Freya being as thin, especially when I got to the end of one of the volumes and she was like, yeah, I've been in hospital and I'm still trying to draw my series. And I was like, oh, okay, I feel really bad now complaining it's a really thin volume, but okay. I think I'd almost rather they just release them a little less frequently. But I also understand, well, you could release thinner ones more frequently at the same price and make as much money. Hunter 21. I got a few Hunter volumes. I was like, did I get more than this? Oh yeah, there's a couple of stacks on the floor for me to go through. I thought I had these alphabetized. Did I have them alphabetized? Hunter? Flash Hunter. Monster Hunter. Demon Hunter. Hunter of Heroes. Fancy Demon Hunter? There we go. We got there. 21. So for my series where I've got like gaps, I do a dash between any volumes that are like touching. So if I've got like 2021, I'll do a dash between them to show it's like consecutive, and then a comma means there's like a gap here. There is a gap in this that I don't have. I desperately want to read Hunter x Hunter so badly. I have had people like I know that I work with talk about it. My Love Mix-Up. I've decided to hold off reading My Love Mix-Up anymore until it finishes, because apparently, is it 9 volumes in Japan? Which isn't that long, and with series like this, I just forget who the characters are if I don't read them all together. Just because I feel like with like Slice of Life or High School stuff, a lot of the characters often are quite... It's hard to differentiate or remember names, or I find they're hard to differentiate or remember names, but if I read the whole thing in one go, it's a lot easier. Whereas stuff with like fighty, actiony stuff, there's usually outlandish outfits or outlandish hair, and it just makes it so much easier to tell them apart. Mission Yozakura Family. This is just a horrendous spoiler for my Drumman haul, to be fair. Mission... I nearly put this under Y. I was like, do I ignore the mission bit? No, I can't do that. Yona of the Dawn. 38. I have lost some of my Yona volumes, and I don't know where they've gone. I did a massive... Sayonara. See? Yona, 32 volumes. I don't know, I moved a bunch of volumes upstairs, including Yona, and I've misplaced volume 37, and I think 36 maybe? They're somewhere upstairs. Probably. I'm hoping to dig them out. King's Beast. I got a lot of shoujo, actually. I say, I got a lot of shoujo. I think pretty much everything else isn't shoujo. If I search Beast Complex, Beast of Abigail, Beastars, Beauty and the Beast, Cutie and the Beast, Beauty and the Beast, King's Beast, there we go. 9. My Hero Academia Team Up Missions. I really like this. It's probably my favourite like spin-off of My Hero Academia, but I've also not read very far into Vigilante, so maybe I've read like 2 volumes of that. I love how just light-hearted this is compared to all of the other series surrounding My Hero Academia. Actually, has anyone read My Hero Academia Smash? I've read one of them, I think, and that is beautifully batshit crazy. But also I found it really hard to get through. I had to like keep starting and stopping. Where is it? Right. Got Jujutsu Kaisen now, and I know for a fact I bought 18 and 19, but I don't know where 18 is. Maybe it's in one of the stacks on the floor, but I'm gonna be naughty and I've just got 19. So what I've done, I have a few series where there's a volume 0, and the way I track volume 0, because I track from, this column is from 1 on, the way I track volume 0s is I've just put an additional out of order volume, and then here I put 0 to 19, so I think Jujutsu Kaisen and Toilet Bound Hanako-kun both have volume 0s, and that's how I've done that. I didn't want to give it its own column because it's kind of the same series title, but it also isn't-ish. Ghost Reaper Girl. Why is Ghost Reaper Girl left to right? Do I only have one series with Reaper in it? And then we got two volumes of Twin Star Exorcist. Now, is this... I finally have filled in the gap. 27. Because I've got both 23 and 27 of Twin Star Exorcist, which means this can become yellow. Do I still have the yellow? Is that the right yellow? Yeah, it is. It's not behind anymore. It's up to date. It's up to date! How exciting! Call of the Night. I actually quite like the cover for that Call of the Night. I'm still not too keen on the series itself. I'm unsure about it. I don't think I understand the hype for Call of the Night. I don't understand. I think Himika felt the same way, if she's still around. I think she said the same thing. She read it and she just didn't understand why it seemed as big as it seems to be. Like, the anime and everyone seems to love it. I don't understand. This was a very exciting volume to get. We had Nisekoi earlier today. What else have we got? We've got Haiku, and this is the last volume of Haiku that I needed. Is that how you spell it? Yeah. The last volume of Haiku I needed to be complete. Isn't that glorious? Isn't that glorious? We'll change that to complete. Complete! Complete! Oh my god. Which shade is it? I can't tell. I decided to change what the completed colour looked like, and I was going through various shades of green, and now they're all too close together for me to be able to tell which one's which. Right. So, Wrath of the End. So all of these so far I picked up as part of 3 for 2. Though I did go a bit crazy in one of the stores because I found a sale section. I only found a sale section in one store. I was very sad. It's on 100. Though maybe it's a good thing, because if I'd found a sale section... How is it? Oh, is there a space? Oh, it's Zoo. Zom. Zom? There it is. Maybe if I'd found a sale section in every one. If I'd gone as wild in every store as I'd gone in that one Travelling Man. Rip our backs. Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolts. This is for Ben. Ben's been loving this. Ben, you like sci-fi mecha, don't you? And you read the first couple of volumes of this, and you really enjoyed it. So we've been on the hunt to try and find some more of these. Thunder? Here we go. 13 and 18. 6. Ooh! Change that to a dash. This pile is starting to look a little precarious. It's not as precarious as the pile was on this side. Check your Discord DMs. I'll check after this, because I've still got a bunch to go through, and we're approaching 3 hours. I swear I got more of this series. Oh, there's some more. There we go. 4 volumes of A Terrified Teacher at Ghoul School, and they were all 50% off. What did we get? Where is Terrified? So I got, what did I get? I got 2, 4, 6, 7. Ooh, 1, 2, 1, 3, 5. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 in a row, and then just volume 10. On its own. On its lonesome. That's quite exciting. Oof. I hear a cat. And then we've got Reign of Seven Spellblades 2. I don't see this in store that often. I read volume 1, enjoyed it, and then couldn't find it in store. Have I got volume 6? Oh dear. Apologies. Dash. This is looking scary. Your Lie in April. Also half price. Actually, a good chunk of these ones that I'm doing now were half price. Your Lie in April. Is Your Lie in April really sad? Is it sad? I'm worried. Because I started picking it up, not really knowing anything about it. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got 2, 3, and 7. So that means 7. 1. Dash 7. You can go on the behind pile. Ghostly Things 3? Ghostly Things 3? I regret reading volume 1 of this because it's only a 3-volume series and I've already forgotten what happened in volume 1. Ooh. I do hope that you're finding this enjoyable to watch. Why won't you let me? Oh, okay. Is there... So, anyone else in here have a manga spreadsheet of their own? Have I inspired anyone to start a manga spreadsheet of their own? What sort of things would you want to track in your manga spreadsheet? JoJo, which I got in York, which meant I had to carry this hefty boy. Ooh, wait. JoJo. So actually, JoJo... Well, I think JoJo isn't too bad tracking as different parts because they've got like different names, whereas like ReZero and Ascendants do, I suppose, have subtitles, but it's not quite... I don't think it's as pronounced as JoJo parts. Next we got Urusei Yatsura. I'm looking forward to reading this. I'm still missing early volumes though. If anyone sees cheap volumes of... What am I missing? 2 and 3. 2 and 3. I am missing really early volumes. Let me know. I think there's 17, isn't there? So I'm missing 2, 3, 11, 17. Has 17 come out? I think 17's come out. Or it's out soon. Soon. What are you doing? Don't eat that. What else have we got? I don't know anything about this. We needed a 3 for 2, and Ben's been reading loads of Urasawa recently, so he wanted to get this because he's as part of his Urasawa binge. How do you pronounce it? Muji Rushi? M-U-J. M-U-A-B-C-D-F-G-H-A J-K-L. J-K-L. I'm not very good at my alphabet. I'm trying. I still can't remember which order R, T, and S go. That's not right, is it? R-S-T? So I have the stream. I have my TV on this wall in front of me, and I've got the stream on it just so I can I can see that it's still moving, and my cat's following my cursor. She's pathing the cursor. You go, Mika. But there's a lag of like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, so I can't play with her because it's out of sync. I was halfway through typing this. J-I-R-U-S-H-I. Sign of Dreams. Does it need that subtitle? I do like to add the subtitles if I can because isekai. Literally starting making one now. Yes! Yes! Everyone has fun spreadsheets. I can also understand if you want to use like, is it liblib, something like that, where you can just like scan barcodes and the app will track it for you. I can understand the appeal of using that over something like this, but because I enjoy spreadsheets and I'm already quite I was gonna say knee deep. This is beyond knee deep. I'm like fully submerged. I'm happy sticking with this. I think just it's so much fun. For some reason, ninjas kept chopping onions when you read your line, April. Well, damn, have I made a mistake in picking it up? I don't like getting sad. Oh dear. Well, let's grab some more of these volumes then. Ooh. Oh my gosh. How much did I buy? Whoops. Let's move this over here. Oh yeah, okay, I remember some of this. Then we got light novels, and then a few more that Ben, you forgot to bring over to me. Mine is very basic, just a list of volume numbers. Yeah, I mean, I think if you want to make a spreadsheet just for what do you want out of it, and making it that way. I mean, basic's probably easier because it won't crash and complain when it tries to run 10,000 formulas or something stupid. I mean, I used to just have a OneNote file, and I used to just type them all out way back when, before I did this. And then I realised I was struggling to keep it up to date, and I was struggling to read it, and it didn't look pretty because it was just me having typed out a list. So I decided then to spreadsheet up. But spreadsheet, however you want. Spreadsheet is like, it's a way of living. It's a lifestyle. I don't know what I'm trying, sorry. Oh, there's our Jujutsu Kaisen 18, and it was in there somewhere. How do we relationship 8? How do we relationship 8? This is a series I want to try and get up to date this year, because it's not very long. I'm hoping I can get through it quickly like I did with Prince Freya. There's a few other under 10 volume Viz series I want to try and get up to date with. I mean, My Love Mix-Up was one of them until I realised it completed at 9 volumes, and then it decided to just wait and read them all. I forgot what I was saying. I think I'm getting sleepy. Oh, next we've got Though You May Burn to Ash 4, 5, and 6. I heard that the manga artist passed away for this, so there isn't going to be any more. I don't know if 6 is how many there is, which is a shame. I hadn't realised until I already started picking it up. Yeah, I do have 6. I've got my own information. So 2 and 3 and that'll be complete, but I don't think the story completes, unfortunately. I'm running out of space. Put it on the floor. I'd like to use one like yours, but my Excel is version 2000. I'm too cheap to pay for a sub. I think you can use Excel online for free. So if you don't don't go too crazy, I think you can. Can you not? I think you can use Excel online for free. But don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. But I used to use Excel online until I started adding some crazy formulas. If you don't really use formulas, it's fine for that, to be fair. Right, next we have 2 volumes of Monthly Nozaki-kun, 6 and 10. I don't see this one out and about too often, so getting it for half price is extra nice. Monthly? There we go. I do already have volume 10 in here, because I had ordered it and then the order got cancelled and I forgot to remove it. That's another reason I need to go and do like a proper stock check of my volumes, because I've had a couple of those recently. I think I had a Forbidden Planet cancel an order on me, but I think I've replaced all of those. And then I've had World of Books cancel a volume on me. When World of Books cancel a volume, it's super annoying because you don't know which volume it is they've cancelled. You just get a refund, and you're like, okay, what volume are you refunding me for? So I have to just go through my orders and check what I ordered for that amount. There we got Silent Voice, Volume 3. This is I've been looking for this volume of Silent Voice for a while. And I have seen it in store, but I have been buying, I think the rest of what I picked up for the series I'd bought secondhand, so they were like half price or cheaper. So I was kind of just waiting to see if I could find the series half price or cheaper. And then I finally did. Is Kanna's daily life worth reading? Here's the other cat. You've got less of a fluffy tail, don't you? Ooh! Sorry. That's one of the spin-offs for Miss Kobayashi, isn't it? I don't think I've read it yet. Do I have a volume for it? I haven't read it yet. I like 4-coma style, but I know not many people do. I mean, like, My Hero Academia Smash is 4-coma, and I don't think too many people like it for that reason, but I thought it's fine. I don't understand people not liking 4-coma, but I think that's just more me. Maybe I had it on the mind because Ben said I was sleep talking the other night and I was talking about 4-coma on the ceiling. Maybe I'm a bigger fan than I thought. I'm sorry, I've not read that particular series yet. Mika, what do you want? Why do you keep putting your bum on things where my hand is? Don't put your tail in my drink. I'm going to take this. D. Greyman 23. I think this is a reprint. Is it? November 2022. D. Greyman. Why did I put it down? Don't put it down till it's on the spreadsheet. Grey? Oh. I was too vague in what I put in. I kept hitting author names. 23. And then, did I up that? 17, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 9. I did up that. Did I up that? Or was that wrong already? Mika! Oh my god. Next, we have 2 more Hunter x Hunter volumes, 9 and 13. I think we're quite close to H already. Let's just scroll. Hunter x Hunter. So we tried. So actually, in Newcastle, they had, I think, every Hunter x Hunter volume. Oh, bye bye, cat. Oh my god. Ben, she's not been over. And there was still a cushion on the bin. She landed on the cushion and then pulled it over, and now she's in the bin. So Newcastle had every Hunter x Hunter volume I was missing, but because we were like, well, we've got to train home, and it's like an hour and a half from here to train home. Let's not get too many. I won't go too crazy. This was before I found the sales section though, and that didn't work out, did it? So I got 9 and 13 because they're just the first volumes I'm missing. So I think I now have a clear run. Mika. She's not even in the bin. She's trying to get into some of the parcel packaging from earlier. You can sit on the cardboard, but you can't get in the cardboard. So I now have a clear run to 18. 18? 18. Oh my god. Ooh. Yep. So how many do I got? 20, 21, 23, 24, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 29, 30, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 13. Right? 13. I'm super close. It's 19. What am I missing? 19, 22, 27, 28, 30. That's not bad. That is super exciting. Is 37 of that coming out this year? Did he do enough chapters for there to be another volume? Have you come to get the cat? She's being vaguely good now. She's just sniffing the packaging. Are you taking the bin away?
We'll just shuffle it off to the side so they can't miss.
She did a beautiful landing on top of the bin. You should have seen it. Now they're just sat on the cardboard. They love sitting on cardboard. Okay, it's got 2 Spice and Wolf volumes, 13 and 15. This was my... Well, this was originally my naughty buy of the trip. Spice and Wolf manga is hard to find at the moment. A lot of them aren't even listed on Amazon UK. I'm still on the hunt for volume 14. If anyone has seen a volume 14 for a decent price, that would be nice. I think 2 volumes, yeah. 13. 15 dash. This is getting a bit scary now, isn't it? If this collapses, the stream probably ends. You May Burn to Ash 6 is the final one. It was sad. Was it sad? Or does it wrap up at 6 volumes then, or does it just abruptly end? Do you know? Well, if you read it, you might know. Your spreadsheet is beautiful, and I'm going to make one now. Yes! Yes! Oh, wonderful. There is a public version of this. It won't be up to date, but I'll update it. I might not update it tonight, but I'll update it tomorrow. So, tomorrow, if you look, I don't know, this sort of time tomorrow, you'll see the same sort of stuff, but it's got all the formulas in it. Actually, to be fair, I don't think I've added much new formulas since I last updated the public one. Just the manga I've got is... I've bought more manga, basically. Tales of Wedding Rings 10. I was going to hold it over here. You're not over here. You're over here. I'm definitely getting sleepy. Tales of Wedding Rings 10. This was also half price. This is a more pricey series nowadays. It's plastic wrapped. It's yen press. It's a smutty isekai. RST. Tales of Wedding Rings. I'm still missing volume 6. Do I have 12? Oh, and I think I pre-ordered 12. I don't think 12's out. I can't look. It's not downstairs anymore. This is the downside. I have now so much manga. It's across 2 floors. Which does make me sound like a terrible person. Tales of Wedding Rings. We are close, though. We are close. Then we've got High School Prodigies in Another World. Plastic wrapped. I don't know why it's plastic wrapped. Volume 1 and 2 I don't think were plastic wrapped. I don't even know where is it now? I think it's behind me somewhere. This was really fun, but I've just held off picking it up because I kept finding random volumes discounted. And I was like, maybe I can finally find the other ones that I need discounted. Just hold off a bit. High school? Oh, because of this category. I've got a category called high school. It kept trying to find those. So I've got 3, 5, 6. So I think 3. So that's a clear run to 9. And then I've just got 13, which I think is a pre-order. Don't know how many are currently out. I think. I'm not sure. And then the last manga from the Travelling Man trip was Star Wars Lost Stars, Volume 1. And Ben and I do like a good bit of Star Wars manga. Oh dear. Star Wars Lost. Well, it can go after Princess Leia. And who's it published by? I can't see because it's under the sticker. Oh no. There's a misprint. Look. open it that way. And then the first page is upside down. Ah! And then the chapter page is upside down. But then I think the rest of it is the right way up. I don't even know what Lost Stars is about. When's it set? Seduced by the Galactic Empire's promises of unity and change. So during the Empire, I guess? They enroll in the Imperial Academy. Then yeah, we set during the Empire, won't it? We were watching... What were we watching, Ben? We watched Mandalorian yesterday. That was great. I enjoyed that episode. I know a lot of people really didn't enjoy that episode. I enjoyed that episode. Also, we've been keeping an eye on some of the Star Wars Celebration stuff, like the trailer for Ahsoka. Oh my gosh. We finished watching Rebels like 2-3 months ago, and now seeing all the characters in the flesh is just so weird. I think we're behind. I think there's more volumes than that. What publisher it is? I did open it to see what publisher it was. It says Yen Press. Is it Yen Press? I'm going to be naughty. I don't normally take my stickers off till after I've read them. I'm going to take them off. Is it Yen Press? Here's Yen Press. Yen Press. So I was wondering, because I've got a mix of... Star Wars manga is like a mix of Viz and Yen Press. So I'm kind of just wondering, which one is this one? Is it Viz? Is it Yen Press? Ow. Damn it. Oh, the cat. If you sit there, I can't move my chair. I need to get these volumes. A few more volumes. Hopefully you can't see my pajamas too much. So... that was all the stuff, the manga we got in Travelling Man, but we did also hit... Well, there is some light novels, but I'll do that after the manga. We did also hit some Forbidden Planets. Didn't get too much, mostly good. So the first thing I got, which looked degenerate and absolutely terrible, which is absolutely my kind of thing, Rise of the Outlaw Tamer and his S-rank cat girl. Doesn't that look so good? Oh gosh, I'm getting super sleepy and snoozy. So usually I'd put all of my manga in on this table, and then I'll go to this one and add rows for them as well. But because it's getting a bit late, I'm probably going to finish adding all my manga and then probably call it. But I do hope you've been enjoying this and you find it. Of course, this is the problem. I'm getting sleepy now. QRRISE. Yeah. And yeah, there is a public version if you're interested. Also, if you're interested in joining the Dudettes Discord server, I think there's a link down below, and I'm fairly active in that. So if you've got like spreadsheet questions and stuff, or you want to chat spreadsheets, I'm sure there's other like-minded lot of the people in there. Outlaw Tamer and his S. I'm nervous about this being plastic wrapped. I mean, I don't know if anyone knows, I'm the Behemoth, an S-ranked monster, but I travel as an elf girl's pet or something. That's a weird series, and that's what this one reminds me of, because it's got like S-ranked and pets in it. And then I got, this one excited me, Alice in Borderland 5. I forgot I picked this one up, but I might actually put this in my basket to read. Actually, I haven't started reading anything yet, because I finished reading Remarried Empress just before I started getting ready for this stream. So I think I might... Oh, what can I read next? Actually, I started reading this on the train home, and I might finish it, and that is this series, which is Eccentric Doctor of the Moonflower Kingdom, and this is a new series. Lots of people in the Discord were talking about this, and I was a bit naughty because it was a bit cheaper to get it on Books Please, but because we were there and I wanted to get something and I was excited to see it, I got it anyway. Haha. Eccentric. It's a longish title. Oh my gosh. Duck elbow the manga tower. Entric. You see how terrible I am at spelling. This takes me. Of the Moonflower. I read like half of this on the train back from Newcastle, and there were some excellent panels in it. Where is it? So basically, it's like I thought it was going to be like a really light-hearted sort of. There it is. So the main character is kind of obsessed with muscles. She kind of does this like weird, dribbly, blushy, drooly face whenever she sees, as she calls them, fabulous pectorals. Ideal, impeccable muscles right before my eyes. It was just really silly. It was really fun. And it wasn't very quick. It didn't take me very long to get through it. I read half of it on the train to Newcastle, but I couldn't read for very long. I got really sleepy. Next we have Scrambles. Anyone know anything about Scrambles? I think it's a one-shot. There's loads of one-shots being put out by Tokyo Pop at the moment. Loads of them. I've been enjoying. What else? What did I read? I was going to say Confessions of a Shy Baker, but that's not a one-shot, is it? That's ongoing. SCR Scrambles? Scramble. Ow. I keep punching this. I need a nicer setup if I stream more often, which I would like to try and stream more often. At the moment, I keep changing where I sit when I stream, and I'm in a different position every single time. Sitting to a desk is 100% what I want to do. I feel way less tired than when I did the one where I was reorganizing and I was jumping up and down. And I had to hold the mic the whole time, and I couldn't read chat at all, really. But this is way nicer, but I don't have a desk usually set up in the manga room. I have to set this up for streaming, specifically. So it's a bit more faff. It's not horrendous faff. 20 minutes, 30 minutes to set up, Ben? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I do have a desk. It's just not in the manga room, like that I work at. So it depends if I feel like streaming without a manga background, I suppose. Tokyo Aliens. Another one. Has anyone read Tokyo Aliens? I've still not read my volume 1. I don't think Tokyo or aliens are unique words in my spreadsheet, so we're going to search for just the whole thing. Unfortunately. Square Enix. The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. I really, really liked The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, even though it reminds me a lot of Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. I think this is a... What's the word? A trope? A trope I really like. It's really, really shy, cute, slow burn. Are they in middle school? They all feel like they're in middle school. None of them feel like old enough to be high schoolers. But also, we don't really have middle school in the UK as much, so I'm kind of guessing. Like, to me, middle school is like 13? 12, 13? Is it? I have no idea. We've just got like primary school and then secondary school. I think. Actually, I think some place in the UK might have another school in between, but none around me. Has your skill, the guild member with a worthless skill is actually a legendary assassin. This is actually kind of good. It sounds like it's going to be bad, but it's not that bad. It's actually alright. And I like we're getting some random colours. I like the colours. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious. Also a banger of an isekai. It's been so long since I read any, though. I've still not read my volume 4. It took me like 2 years. 2 years between volume 3 and volume 4. It felt like it took ages. Oh yeah, add that one on pre-order. Assorted Entanglements. I think this is a GL. I think. Spice and Wolf 14. £1? One? Really? Ben, did you look up United Publications? Is that the one that you mentioned earlier about Faku? That sounds... that's almost so cheap, I'm starting to question it, because that's even below cost. £1? Really? Wow. I'll be definitely checking that after this. Either way. Just got in the spreadsheet queen, is that it? I am. I so much spreadsheet. It took me a while to actually open the spreadsheet and start going through it. But I've been like spreadsheeting hard since. Oof. To spreadsheet. Assorted. ASSO. Oh, I have volume 2. Ooh, excellent. Well, no, I have it on order. I don't know if 2's out. Delete. Stay up forever, set up an Excel manga tracker from scratch. Oh my god, maybe that could be fun. Anyone have some like energy drinks? Anyone want to go the full night with me? No. To be fair, I would love to do I want to do a 24-hour stream where I try and read as much manga as I can. But I also don't know how interesting that'll be to watch. Will it be that interesting to just watch me sit here and read? Or you could read with me? I feel like I need someone to do it with me. Tiffany, if you see this, would you do it with me? But I think that sort of thing would be cool. Or like, I see people do like streamathons, but I don't know how interesting that would be with manga. I don't know how to make it work for manga, basically. But I want to try and do more streaming stuff going forward. I don't know how often. I probably won't do it weekly. Monthly for the moment. I'm trying and come up with different, like, what am I going to do? What's the theme for the month? Sort of deal-a-rooney. Next we've got Bride Story Volume 1. This was in Forbidden Planet Leeds, and they'd had a restock, which was beautiful. And I saw someone else in the Discord who was in Leeds the same day I was, and she grabbed a bunch. I think they had like 1, 2, and 3. This isn't a reprint. This is okay. I assumed they'd reprinted it. Maybe they've just gotten some more volumes out. She'd also grabbed a bunch as well. I'm really excited to try and read more of this one. Bride Story. I grabbed some random ones from World of Books a bit ago. So I already have 2, 6, and 13. No, that's alright. 2. And then what else have we got? We have a polar bear in love, which looked super cute. Super cute. And there's like a whole bunch of volumes for it. And it's a nice bright colour. So with a polar bear in love, even though it starts off with an A for I'm going to put it under P for polar bear. I generally take off this, as, and stuff like that. But there is no particular rhyme or reason to how I do it. I do it just how I fancy. So like, An Incurable Case of Love is still under A for Anne. But like, what else is there? Well, this I'm going to put under P instead of A. P, O, A, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I, J, K, L, L. Oh, it can go... Ooh, I'm really excited for it to go next to Pompo the Cinephile, because that's another big volume series, and I like having big volumes next to each other. Polar Bear in... Is it Live? Polar Bear in Live? Love! Polar Bear in Love, oh my god. Polar Bear in Love. Or do I change love so it's a heart like it is on here? No, because then I won't be able to search for it. I don't think I'm up to date. And then last volume, and then we're going to probably wrap up, is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime 21, and I love this series. I love this series so much. I love how thick they are. I feel it's one of the only series I'm still collecting that gives you a chunky volume, but also they're getting more expensive. These used to be $10.99, now they're $12.99. Super sad. Do I dare try and run the formula again? No, I'm not brave enough. Normally, normally, if I was feeling brave, I'd just come in here, formulas, calculate now, and it would update my volumes here. But I'm too scared at the moment with how it basically crashed and was. I kind of want to wrap up anyway, so I don't want it to crash now. So I'm really sorry about that. Eccentric Dr. Moon looks like it's setting up for a lot of politicking. Oh, that's good. I do like politicking. It's fun. More streams would be fun. Yeah, I'm going to try and do one a month for now and see how I do. And if I get more into the rhythm of it, potentially do them a bit more often. Though for now, if I did them more often, I'd probably also want to do them shorter. So probably I wouldn't even try and go for 3 hours, maybe an hour, hour and a half to 2 hours. But if I'm doing them once a month, I don't mind them going a little longer. I do want to try them do more often and have themes to them. I have a couple more themes in mind. I also want to do, like, when I run games nights in the Dudettes Discord server, I want to stream playing that. I really want to play Among Us. I want to teach Emma and Tiffany how to play Among Us because I don't think they've ever played it, and I want to stream that. I think that would be excellent fun, and play Jackbox and stuff. And so if you want to play, you can join in on Discord, and then I'll also stream my perspective as well, is what I want to do. If people are interested in that, if you're not already in the Discord, link down below. Probably. I think there's a link down below. If not, there will be soon. 24-hour live stream of the Dudettes. Yeah, I think that would be really good. We did talk about that at some point, but sometimes trying to get all of us lined up together is hard. There's a reason we've not done a live stream in a while now. Actually, no, we did one for our birthday. I did one for my birthday. We did one for Emma's birthday. But we've all been we've just not lined up. I mean, Emma's had a new job, swimming in manga, surrounded by that manga all the time. She's just backstroking through it. I don't know. But we do want to do that sort of thing. I think it'd be fun. Would it be interesting 24 hours of just watching us read? I don't know, like, in theory, it's like, oh yeah, that's so cool. And then it's just like, Would you enjoy that? Would you enjoy that? If the answer is yes, I mean, that's fine too. I mean, I think we are interested in doing it. And to be fair, at 24 hours, we probably just chat a lot as well. And, like, read stuff and chat about it. Maybe we could, like, if we did it and it's the three of us, we try and read the same things. And then we can talk about it as we go as well. That might make it. So we've got, like, the same to read stuff. Ooh. Maybe. I'll talk to them, but also, like, other stuff as well. I don't know. I'm just getting sleepy. Yes, thank you everyone for coming along. Thank you to those who've stuck out to the end. Apologies for breaking my audio and also hanging my machine. I still don't understand what happened with the audio. I didn't do anything and it started working, which is very infuriating. Can't believe it hung. I've not had it hanging like that in ages. I one time was trying to play with a formula and it was like so long, it was like 2 lines, and when I hit like run this, it just completely crashed my PC. So yeah, that was a horrifically gross formula, and I've not attempted to do anything like it ever since again. Yes, thank you everyone. Thank you. Sorry, go back to like this. Hello, you can see the massive stack of manga next to me. Yes, thank you like for hanging around. Thank you for chatting with me. Thank you for listening to me talk about my spreadsheet. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any more questions, again, you can throw them in the comments or join the Dudettes Discord server. Very chatty. It's been full of life recently. Goodness me, do join it if you haven't already. Like, comment, check out my videos if you want early access, check out my channel memberships. If not, no worries, they will be made public eventually. I'm going to try and stream more often. I'll probably stream early next month. Need to think about what to do for that one. What will be the thing that I do for that? Yeah, thank thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful Easter weekend and eat lots of wonderful chocolate if you have chocolate, or just have a nice weekend in general if not. And yeah, thank you. Bye-bye. Lots of waving. Wavy rainbow. Bye-bye. And... don't know.